Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for spending your time with us today. Welcome to episode 183 of Guardian Downcast, a Destiny podcast. Hey, if you love to play the game Destiny 2, you've come to the right place. We're a couple of gamer dads that have played Destiny since that day one release back in 2014. And we're just as passionate about it today as we were back then. Check out our last episodes. That's proof. We discuss key topics and news within the gaming community and not only seek the stories of Destiny content creators, but we're a podcast that gives a voice to the stories of our Destiny gamers out there. And in this game, it's all about community. We're the show that asks, you getting excited for Lightfall yet? As I am. I'm your host, Todd, the Gator, and my co-host, Hazel, is here as always. How you been, man?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. My mom, she moved into her assisted living this week.
Oh, nice.
And to me, it was one of those things where, like, I mean, I'm not just calling her this, but you know how you think about it, like you just you get a kid and they're just a complete and utter fuck up.
Okay.
And they're going off to college. They're 18 years old. They graduated high school and they're going to go to college. And you're like, fuck, dude. Like this is either going to be like, the kid's either going to grow up or they're going to be a flaming disaster. And, and either way, I have to be there for them. Yeah. That's exactly how I've been feeling. And today I found out like she invited some little lady over to her house, to her little,
nice.
Apartment, and her and Doris, they've been like BFFs. And I'm like, well, I'll be damned. Look at you.
Yeah. I used to treat, assisted facility they're not fully they're not like a rest home. They're like literally they have their own apartments and they're in charge of everything. They just have extra help. And I'll tell you that the camaraderie and my God, the social stuff they did around that place, those people were just having a great time.
Yeah, it's silly, man. The stuff that my mom's going to be able to do. She's going to be able to go to like these plays and things like this, and I'm jealous. My wife's jealous.
Yeah,
damn. Well,
I think she's.
How do we get into there?
I think she's earned it.
Yeah, pretty much.
She raised you. I mean, what I meant to say was. Okay, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna start tonight. I'm not gonna. I'm not up to it tonight. I'm not there. Yeah, everybody healthy. Everybody doing well. Let's see, we passed through that fast.
Actually, no. Tasha's sick now. Addie was sick. She gave it to Tasha. So I'm like, okay, I'm either going to get lucky and miss it, or I'm next. So I'm sleeping downstairs tonight. So
funny you should say that. My wife, after all these years being a school teacher and a school administrator, finally got COVID, and I am like petrified. I'm in my office. I'm just camped out here. I've been making some content and right out the door to work, and the good news about this though is it's forced her to slow down and take a break because she works 1,000,000 miles an hour. There's always something she has to do. In fact, she's trying to figure out how to get to school, next week and say, I'll just keep my door closed. And I'm like, honey, no. It's like you were sending your kid to school sick or something. You can't do that. It's not fair, so. But
yeah, that's terrible though.
But what have you been doing
is it bad though? I mean,
no, she's in great shape. I mean, she works out every day. I mean, she didn't have, I'm not in as good a shape as her. And anytime she gets sick, it's like just a little stuffy nose and a cough. And she did have a little spike in fever. She was looking around for a thermometer because she just felt off,
Yeah.
But she's pretty much just chilling and binge watching shows and
enjoying it a little bit.
Well, good for her, because she just doesn't take a break. She just never gives herself a time to just rest.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good for her, man.
I'm glad about your mom, though, man. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. She's gonna have a great time there, man.
Yeah, that's the hope. That's really what I'm hoping. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But
so what's on the agenda?
Yeah, what is on the agenda tonight? Well, we're obviously we'll get caught up on our weekly Destiny 2 gaming. We've both been doing that. We're going to go over this busy news week, to say the least, for Bungie and Destiny 2. And then
was there any news?
There was a little bit. There was a little bit.
There was?
Yeah, a few articles came out. Yeah, I hope you prepared.
Damn it, I'm going to have to look that shit up real quick.
God, I'm glad you're here tonight. I'll be honest. There's a lot of stuff to digest tonight. And of course, we're going to get our questions from our community, from our speak pipes, our Discord questions, for the show. And, Uncle Scumdeath pays us a visit before we leave tonight. So great show. It'll be a great show tonight. Well, without further ado, let's do it.
Thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what picks our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or just visit our website at guardiandowncast.com for all the contact info and where else to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Man, don't or me. Hey, Guardians, while you're at it, follow our Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. We post those links in our show description every week.
So check us out, and later, Guardian.
Toddles. Hey, so Hazel, what's been up, man? What's been up in entertainment and gaming? What have you been up to this week, man?
Oh man, I finished Wednesday on Netflix. Dude, I loved every minute of this show.
What's it called?
Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Yeah. The Addams family.
Wednesday Addams. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Dude, I did. I loved every minute of the show. I did. I've gotten to the point now where, like, whenever Addie comes around, I'm always like, look at you, my little storm cloud. and she just like laughs and she's like, yep, that's me. I'm your storm cloud. And I'm like, my little viper. And it's just like these little things that like her dad would call her. I would call Wednesday, and it's just like cracking me up and everything. So
I love it. Yeah.
Yep. So
young kids again.
Yep. So I finished that. That was really good. I think you'd enjoy that a lot. It was super fun. It's got a good story, actually.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Yep.
That's on Netflix?
Yep.
All right.
I started Kaleidoscope on Netflix.
Yeah, I was about this.
This is a funky idea, concept kind of show where basically you have pretty much a heist that's over the course of maybe like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 episodes, something like that. Mm-hmm. And you can watch it in any order.
What?
Yeah. You can watch it in any order.
Okay.
Yeah. So my dumbass saw that everybody's basically watching it chronologically. So like if you look at the beginning of the episode, it says like 8 years before the heist, 2 days after the heist, things like this. And my dumbass is like, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to watch it backwards because everybody's watching it this way. I'm going to watch it backwards. So I'm watching it from basically like after the heist, going back to the beginning. And it's kind of fun to do it just because it's different because I see all the pieces and then it's sort of like it just unravels from there. So it's kind of fun. You can watch it in any order. So I saw that, Ron, aka All Thumbs, and Kingsley were talking about it, and they were like, "Well, no matter what you do, you got to watch the white episode last." And I was like, "Bitch, I don't have to watch it last." Oh, well, yeah, that's the thing. I was like, "I don't have to watch it last. It's in any order. Nice. That's their big thing." So I went ahead and started that. So that's interesting. It is. I think it kind of misses more than it hits, but you know, it is what it is, though. Aside from that, I have been knee deep into Marvel Snap.
Yeah, I've been seeing that in the Other Games channel. You guys have been going back and forth on that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
card-based game, right? Or deck-based building game or something?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. With like Marvel superheroes and villains and things like this.
Nice.
And yeah, it's me, it's Thing, it's Scoot, and Soccer. So there's minimum of 4 of us. If anybody else listening to this is playing Marvel Snap or wants to play Marvel Snap, come on board. You know, there's room for all of us. Keep it up and I'll create a little sub channel, for us so we can, you know, talk about it as much as, Rodimus would hate that, but, you know, he can suck it. But yeah, I'm just trying to find, I think there was one other person that dabbled, but yeah, it's good times. It's been fun. Just sharing like, oh, Dubfire. That's who it is.
Dubfire. Yeah. You know, do you know where Dubfire 33, you know where he's from? He actually has his own podcast. I actually was listening to it when I was doing my podcast for Battlefield. He's been doing it a long time. He does a full stream during his show and he reacts to people as they're chiming in with their questions and stuff about Battlefield. And Battlefield's in a rough spot right now. So
actually, I've heard it's in a pretty good spot.
I don't know what to think anymore because I've heard some people say, you know, it's been revamped. It's like nothing. It's like the way the game should have been. And then I hear things like it's still a garbage fire. So I'm like, you know what? I just don't know if I want to, I just can't invest the time in it. My God, I barely do my Destiny, but I love seeing Dubfire come over to play Destiny too, because, I've been watching him. He's been starting to play and get stuff done. And nice. I don't know, man. I'm just loving it. I'm loving seeing it. So, but yeah, I mean, he's a cool dude. And, he streams, I think, on Twitch through his other show. And I don't remember what the show was. Damn it. I'm trying to think of it, but really cool dude, man. So I'm glad he joined our Discord. That was really cool of him. And, just been a good guy. So
nice.
What else you been doing?
Well, what I was going to say is it's not Scoot. It was actually Fublub.
Oh, okay. Philip.
Yeah. P-Hub. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, it's been us. We've been sharing like different decks and things like this. It's been fun. So giving people shit. So I'm, 1530 on here on, Marvel Snap.
Okay.
So, for what that's worth. So,
all right.
And, yeah, it's been good times. So aside from that, watching some anime here and there. I got my wife to actually agree to watch one. So I got to figure out which one to subject her to.
Be gentle.
Yeah. I'm not going to go anything crazy. So, but yeah, I mean, aside from that, what else is there? Man, there's got to be something.
There's always something to watch, man. I never have enough time.
Oh yeah. I watched a movie. What was it? I was like, I rented it. Oh, The Menu. Oh,
it was a great movie, wasn't it? That ending was just classic.
That was fun. Yeah. I dug it. I mean, I knew what was going to happen pretty much.
I didn't. I don't know. I kept wondering, where the hell is this going? But then once you realize at the end, once you realized his motive, then you're like, oh, we're all going to die. Okay. Gotcha.
Spoiler alert. But
don't worry. It's already it's in the previews. It says it.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's the thing is like, I mean,
you don't know how though.
I knew like pretty much but I mean, it was very kind of predictable to me, but
really?
It was still kind of fun. Okay. Yeah. It was like super predictable. I mean, I pretty much knew every beat that was going to happen just by watching it kind of thing.
Wow. Okay. I thought it was pretty creative movie actually, but I mean, maybe I was too close to it. And we'd seen a ton of previews too on it. So
yeah, I haven't seen a ton of previews either. I mean, so for me, I saw the one preview and I'm like, okay, I'm sold.
Well,
and I thought to myself when I said I was sold, I was like, I really hope that this, and this don't happen. And that all happened. And I was just like, oh, okay. So yeah, okay. I know what's happened and it was just pretty to watch it all happen though.
It was. Fiennes was awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
Ralph
when
Fiennes.
Isn't he though?
Yeah, he's good in everything.
Yep.
Great actor.
But yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what else I watched?
What's that?
Dude. I'm so glad I didn't watch this last year. Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, that was a great movie, wasn't it?
Holy shit, man.
And it's on Paramount, I think. Paramount Plus?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And I've watched it twice. I love it. I just, it's my movie whenever like something is slow.
Wait, you didn't watch it 5 times like RRR?
Dude, I just watched it for the first time this week.
Man. Oh, man, it's awesome. It's an awesome movie. I love how they incorporated, Iceman.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice touch, how he got involved. And, from what I heard, Tom Cruise insisted he was involved in the movie. So since he was part of the original.
I'm sure. Yeah.
It's really good.
Exactly.
He did a great job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But that was a fantastic movie. I mean, it got to this one point and this thing happened and I'm like, oh, well, that's really cool. And then I'm like, oh, wow, we still got like some time left in this movie. And then all of a sudden something else happened and I was like, oh shit.
The camera work was fantastic too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, people talk about how Avatar is like groundbreaking and things like this.
I did see
but I'll tell you what, I'm sure that Top Gun Maverick is going to be just in that same entertainment, artistic, kind of like technology based,
right?
Like group that's going to be referenced like, oh, well, hey, because of Top Gun Maverick, we now have this type of technology.
Right.
So.
Hey, now, well, I'll tell you this. I did see Avatar at the theater. I saw it in the big Dolby theater where, that's where you want to see it. Because that's what it's a technology movie. No,
actually, where I want to see it is on fire in a dumpster.
Well, okay, let me get to it. But I did see it with my parents. They wanted to see it badly and they loved the first one. And I said, okay. Technology off the charts. I give it an 11 out of 10. But the story? Come on, man. They're doing 5 of these total? Man, they better be going somewhere with this movie because I was bored to death. Other than the only thing that kept me awake and enthused in the movie was all the special effect. And I'm a sucker for that stuff. I mean, whether it's a video game or a movie, I love that. I love seeing that technology. And the underwater scenes were just, I've never seen anything like it. It was amazing. But my God, man, it's like they spent all the money on the technology and then they just hired, this is kind of harsh, but it's like they hired writers like around the corner or something to write the thing, or I don't know, maybe, I don't know what happened, but man, all the good writing has really gone to the streaming services. I swear, so many movies I've been watching at the theaters, the writing is just subpar. The stories are not interesting. They're not surprising. It's kind of a letdown in movies.
Well, what I've heard is that, I mean, that with Avatar is that James Cameron doesn't want to do something different.
He's bought in, I guess, right? He's just all part of the blue people.
He wants to make it so that what I've heard is that he wants to make it so that it's all pretty. He wants to make it for the technology, basically.
That takes it so far.
Well, yeah, you know this, I know this, but I mean, the movie's still going to make $1 billion and, it's not going to stop. I mean,
well, I think he spent like what, 500 million on making it and he's already doubled his money. It's already made $1 billion.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nuts.
I mean, to me, I'm just like I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'm not going to watch it. I don't care.
You're not missing anything, to be honest, but it's that curiosity factor about the technology. That's what they're selling. The whole movie is sold about the technology and how beautiful it is. And people there just out of curiosity. And then once they get there are like, it was okay.
Well, I mean, what I've heard is that he takes like some kind of like tired trope. Like in the first one was like Pocahontas or any of those movies where it's like stranger in a strange place kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then he puts it with the blue people and makes it really, really pretty and stuff like this. And this one, I don't know what the trope is that he went with, but it's some tired trope that everybody that you've already seen before and you know what's going to happen, but it's really, really pretty when you see it. So, I mean, here's hoping that for Avatar 3, you get something new and exciting and not just something pretty.
I don't know if I'll be watching. I'll watch it at the theater because it's like Game Pass. It's like Game Pass. What the hell? It's free. I'll play it. I'll play it. It's free. I'm not losing anything here. There's no $60 investment, right? And that's probably the same way I'll be with Avatar 3, but I'm not going to have very much expectations for it because the curiosity is kind of gone now. But, it's been a kind of I haven't really, other than Avatar, we really haven't seen any movies. We kind of, I don't know, maybe we just got burnt out from all the holiday movies and stuff, but I know there's some movies out there, but,
yeah, man, there's movies that I want to go see.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm actually considering going to the movies. I mean, to see like shitty movies that are supposed to be like movies I thought were going to be bad, but I was going to wait for streaming, but I've heard like it's like fun movies to go see in a theater, like Plane, I guess is pretty good. So it's Gerard Butler and Mike Coulter. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I love Mike Coulter. You know, I'm like, I got to support him. Megan or Mithrigan. And then there was another one that just came out that was supposed to be pretty good too.
I don't know. We always do this at the, we're actually going to go see a movie this week, and then my wife got sick. So, but yeah, it's been mainly TV stuff these last couple of weeks. We actually finished watching The Crown. My wife and I did. That was about a week and a half ago. Obviously great as ever. I can't wait to see the next season, which I said, well, we won't see him for a whole year plus. So my wife's like, wah. Just go watch something else. So I'm like, whatever. Yeah. But, yeah, it's been like, America's Got Talent All Stars is on. I know. It's kind of my junk food. God. I just watch it. It keeps me entertained, and I can usually work on something else while I'm watching it. Shark Tank's new season's out again. Let's see. I've been watching a lot of Top Gear from BBC America. I've been watching that lately. I love that show. Even with the new, English host, I still like it. It still has its charm. And, gosh, what else? I'm caught up on 1923. It's very good. It's very intense. Good. It's not back until February. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I can wait. I mean, Harrison Ford, I'll wait. No worries. Helen Mirren. I mean, come on. Let's see. Man, finished White Lotus. I'm trying to think what else I watched here, but just my usual shows that come around in the new year, and it's just kind of been slow. I mean, I've been doing a lot of content creation, and I don't know if you guys have been flooded by all the shorts I've been throwing out. I think I had 5 shorts in one day. You know why I did that, by the way? All those shorts that came out on the 18th, thank goodness I did, because on the 19th is when the blog came out that we're going to talk about tonight about Build Crafting Evolved. And I had a feeling they were going to come out with information. Well, I mean, DMG said they were coming out with a blog this week. So I wanted to make sure I got all those out before they weren't timely anymore. That's why the 18th was flooded with shorts from our clips from our show, by the way, if you don't know, on my YouTube channel, Todd the Gator. And I just want to announce I do have a brand new video coming out tomorrow, and I'm not going to tell you too much about it. I'll just say, think season pass. So,
God.
Yeah, I knew that your reaction was going to be that, but it's an interesting take. I put a little heart in this one. I want to see how it does, but,
boy.
But other than that, it's been a pretty light week, entertainment wise, just my usual stuff that I usually am tuning into, every week. But what have you been doing in Destiny though? What's been going on in the Destiny world, man, this week?
This week I really haven't been doing too much. I got on Tuesday, I believe, because I saw like a Paul Tassi video where he was saying that, hey, it's the end of the campaign, or the end of the story, right, and things like this for right now. And, GMs are live and this, that, and the other thing. And then he goes like, and by the way, there's a kick-ass shader out there. And I was like,
oh yeah, that's right.
Like, okay. So I got on Tuesday night and I was like, hey, you know what? All right, I'm going to look at this shader. And I always buy them.
I always do too. I want to have them all.
You have to.
Yep. You never know what looks good on what.
Exactly. So yeah, so I went ahead and downloaded it. I picked up the shader, spent like the next 30 minutes trying to look at everything and put it on everything that I could to make it look really good and everything. And then Native messaged me, Native Raider, and he's like, "Hey, can you do you want to run a GM with me?" I was like, "What? Can I?"
Yeah, you can now.
I don't know. I was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Okay, so sure, why not?" And, so, we did a GM. It was myself, Kato, and Native. And we went ahead and, we knocked it out. it was like scary how quickly and efficient we were. I was like, damn.
You did good at a low light level, huh?
Yeah, I was 1593. So not too
that's
far
actually what I'm
low,
at.
but
yeah.
Okay. It was pretty good. Didn't feel good to have to 4-shot like red bar enemies.
Yeah.
But you know.
Now, were the other guys highlight? Were carrying you a little bit, or were you guys all in the same boat?
No, they were. I mean, I think Kato was higher than I was, but I mean, for the most part, I mean, we were all killers and everything like that. So.
Yeah, so it's like 1620, I think, right? Was the actual level?
Well, if 1595 is the cap anyway,
right? Right. So you're going to
it doesn't matter what you are,
right? I got you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, as long as it doesn't matter if you're 700 or 1700 or whatever.
Right.
You're still capped at 1595. So.
Very cool. Very cool.
But yeah, aside from that, I did do a Spire. Now, this is a special shout out to Hades, who was giving me shit because of reasons.
Hades just does that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad I'm Team Hades. I may become a free agent because of this bullshit.
Team Brittany?
But I don't know about that. Maybe Team Chaperone Hands.
Oh, no. Briggs? Nah, Briggs a good guy, but I don't know.
What? Don't you talk trash about Briggs?
I'm not talking trash about Briggs. I'm just saying that he's kind of he has a small team over there.
So
Team
size
Brittany's
don't
pretty
matter.
big. Oh. I don't know. I'm just BSing.
I know.
I love everybody. It's just fun to how we all divide up into teams just for funsies, you know, just for talking shit to everyone.
Exactly. But so it was myself, Raph, and Nikki Tavia. We did
she's a new member.
Yeah, she has never done like a Spire or any dungeon, I believe. Cool. So she was trying to do it solo, and she couldn't make it. So we were like, "Oh well, hey, you know." Raph messaged.
She did get it done this week.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Raph messaged me and goes like, "Hey," he's like, "if you're around, he's like, you want to do this?" And I was like, "Sure." So I went ahead and got on, and we just made it through. I want to say in like 56 minutes, and I got the bow.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep. And then, then Monkey was in our chat, basically our Discord, and he was like talking to us while we were playing it and everything. And he was like, "Hey, he's like, what are you guys up to?" And we're like, "Nothing." And then Kato joins up and he's like, "Hey, I have a checkpoint for, the master if you want to do it."
Very cool.
So I was like, "Oh, well, okay." So I went ahead, was like, "Okay, let's do this." And then Monkey goes, "Hey, I saw a cheese that we can do that might, make it go quicker." So I was like, "Okay." So he's doing this cheese, and then come to find out, he ends up getting kicked. So, after that, so then we're doing it again. And it's a one-hit cheese where basically you go ahead and you use an Arc Strider. Mm-hmm. So you use the Gathering Storm finisher or the super, and then it goes ahead, gets out there, and then it chains off of the other enemies that are there.
Oh, okay.
And it one-shots the boss.
Wow. Okay.
So, Monkey got through the first time. And we were doing it, and then all of a sudden he got kicked. So then we had to go ahead and do it all over again. And then Kato got kicked.
A lot of people getting kicked.
And yeah, it was basically just because like you have to do it in a certain amount of time, basically.
Oh, okay. Timers.
Well, not really timer. It's just that because if you kill too many enemies, the chaining is unreal.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it crashed the game, basically.
Oh, my God. All right.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Jeez.
But, so that was what happened then. And when Kato got kicked, sent to orbit, he crashed. He got it, basically. Monkey got it. So I ended up getting the catalyst at that point.
Oh, okay.
So, Yeah. And then I talked to Kato later, and Kato was like, yeah, I got it. So I was glad to hear that.
Oh, good. Good for him.
Yep.
Nice. Well,
so Hades, I did not cheese the actual thing to get the
bow.
The bow, just the catalyst.
All right. Fair enough. Well, of course, on Reset, Tuesday nights, I do my comp with my two buddies, Fluffy Fingers MD and Warcry. And I got into Gold 2. I got promoted up into Gold 2. And then I fell back down to Gold 3. I don't understand this comp, man. I really don't. I've played it for 3 weeks in a row now? And we played, we're not just doing like 2 games and we're done. We're playing for 3 hours. So however many games we get in 3 hours. In fact, I put the gameplay in my shorts. I put as B-roll. Anytime I play the game, I just let it run in the background.
Uncomfortable?
What do you mean?
Put it in your shorts?
Well, it's kind of cool. It keeps things cool down there. But in my YouTube shorts, I do put it as a B-roll.
Oh, yeah.
And, for just something to watch while you hear us talking on the short. It's only 60 seconds. But, yeah, I've been having a lot of fun, though. And I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out. I'm to the point now where, okay, I've played 3 weeks in a row now, 3 hours a night. And me and Fluffy both said it at the same time almost. We literally went back to within 20 points of where we started for the night. So we're like, okay. I love that we're learning how to play together, and comp is fun because you're definitely skill based. You're definitely playing people of your skill level. But at what point, do you start to make progress, or is Gold 3 just where it's going to be? And I'm okay with if that's the case, I'm good with that. But I'm just kind of wondering, okay, do I need to play solo? Do I need to do more game? Do I need to put more games in? Because Fluffy plays a ton more than I do. He plays any chance he gets. He'll jump on and play a few games in comp. And when he joins me every week, we're pretty much in gold. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I'm just going to keep doing it because I'm getting experience. And, of course, it goes toward my pinnacle for the week anyway, so I'm good. Did that. Before that, though, we did the weekend before, we did just a fun run. King's Fall raid, my buddy, Mr. Monkey. I think Soccer OG was there too. It was a very fast run. I actually streamed it. It's on my YouTube channel. And, what do you think about this, man? I'm going to just throw this out here for everyone. Our podcast, when they post, they do post to my YouTube channel, but it's a static image. What do you think about me putting an entire raid as B-roll behind it during the podcast? And then people can actually, while they're listening to the podcast, see me or my team or whatever, go through an entire raid. It would kind of serve two purposes. You're learning the raid if you haven't done it many times before, and you're listening to the podcast at the same time. I don't know. I've just been toying with this idea. It's a lot of work. So I don't know if it's something I want to jump into or not, but what do you think about that versus just a static image of Guardian Downcast?
I don't know. Okay. I think it kind of loses something.
You think so?
Yeah, I kind of think so. Just because I think that it loses the talking part.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
You're not going to learn anything from it is the main thing I'm getting at. But
yeah, and I always worry that it's going to be a distraction from the actual show, But, Mo's been putting he'll be listening to the show and he'll throw clips out there on Twitter while he's doing stuff in game. And I think that's kind of fun how he does that sometimes, puts those Twitter posts out. But I don't know. I was just curious.
Those are funny.
I was just curious if it was worth the effort or not. Let me know, everyone, in the show feedback channel. If you want to watch a raid or something in the background, maybe 3 hours of playing comp or something that I accomplished through the week, and you want to watch it in the background as you listen to the show. We've been getting a lot more views on them, that's for sure. We only used to get just a few views on it, but now we're in the double digits. So I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Let me know in the Discord under our show feedback channel if you want to see something going on in the background, or you just want to sit back and listen. Also, I did fun quick run with my buddy Mr. Monkey, Soccer OG. I'm trying to remember there were 2 other folks there. We did it so fast. It was like literally, I don't know, 58 minutes or something. We got it done. It was really quick. Everyone was on their game. And
I was going to say it better be fast.
It was fast. Yeah. And we were destroying. I mean, we were just getting through it pretty quick. And thank you to everyone who came out at the live stream on Saturday to check in and say, hey, I really appreciate it. It's always fun to chat with everyone, at least when I can. And while I'm chilling and just having a good time on a Saturday afternoon. But
nice.
Other than that, I played the story this week, I think Wednesday. But I have to admit, man, I mean, I know parts and pieces of it, but it was kind of uneventful, man. I was expecting a little bit more for the last story of the season, but then you explained something to me before we even started the show tonight. You want to fill everyone else in what you told me?
Yeah. So apparently, this week's episode, I guess you could call it, was pretty uneventful. I mean, it left a lot kind of open.
It did. I do remember that part.
But I guess that what they're going to do is for 2 weeks before Lightfall, they're going to have a seasonal event. So if you remember the season of Arrivals, how they went ahead and threw out the
yes. You were collecting stuff at the tower.
Was it collecting stuff?
Yeah.
No,
I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was a craft or some kind of piece.
Was it?
Yeah, I remember.
No, I'm thinking of, so at during Season of Arrivals, at the end of it, they gave you the, it was, Savathun and she was getting kicked out, or she was getting exorcised from the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept that last mission up for 2 weeks or maybe a week. So everybody could do it. And it was still kind of buggy because I remember if somebody left early, it would freeze you and lock you in that, the black screen of death there and that kind of thing. But yeah, they're doing that again. So they're going to bring back that, ability. So they're going to have some sort of mission or something like that at the end of this season. Okay. So that way we can go ahead and, get some good stuff there.
You think it'll be a live event again?
No.
I don't know if they're going to do those anymore.
It's going to be 2 weeks long, man.
Yeah. I mean, at the end, maybe it built up to something. I don't know.
No.
You don't think so?
Not at all. No.
Okay.
I think that ship has sailed, unfortunately, just because they want to do right. I mean, from what I've read, they want to do right by everybody. So if it's 9 a.m. Pacific time, it's 12 p.m., in the East Coast. Mm-hmm. And then it's, that's 5
true.
Hours later, and it's just
couldn't get up in time to watch it.
Exactly. Right. And then I know some people are still salty at the fact that they didn't end up getting the, what was it? The emblem you could get when the tower got destroyed.
Right.
Or not the tower, but, when the Almighty blew up. So, I mean, I get it. I do. It sucks.
I'll never forget that image, that live event.
Well, God, that fucking thing took
flying over the Almighty flying past the tower above us. That was such a cool sight.
Yeah, that really was. It took forever though.
Well, they had to make sure everyone was there to see it. They didn't want to do it really quick and go, "Oh, you missed it."
But I mean,
it was
still
live,
though. So. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever do that.
They should have basically given let everybody know what they were in for.
Okay. Yeah. It was definitely you were camped out at that tower. Met a lot of new people while I was there. Just goofing around, really. With emotes and stuff.
Exactly.
Nice.
So, but yeah, that was, so be on the lookout, seasonal closure mission kind of thing coming up in, maybe about 2 weeks-ish, 3 weeks.
Because we're 4 weeks out, right? Until Lightfall as of tonight?
I think. No, there's 38 days left.
Okay, so a little over 4 weeks. By the time you hear this, it'll be almost 4 weeks. 4 weeks and a day, right?
No.
You said 38 days as of today, right? Okay, yeah.
4 weeks is 28 days.
5, so, okay. A little over 5 weeks.
Math with Gatr.
A little over 5 weeks by the time this show comes out and you hear it on Monday.
Yeah, so, look at you.
A little over 5 weeks.
Math. Yeah. So we got 3 weeks
math?
of...
No, I don't do math here, man. I know it's Florida, but we don't do math.
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 You don't do math either.
Oh, math. Okay. Yeah, math
hard. And meth.
Math's hard.
I don't know. I think it might be easier than meth.
You're probably right. All right. Well, hey, why don't we get into this, man? We got a lot to cover tonight, and I don't know if people are interested in our take or not, but I'm curious to get into it, man. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I've been looking it up just to see what the hell happened, and I feel like I should have looked at it earlier.
All right. We'll get into that right after this. Hey, Hazel, we need to record another ad, my dude.
Haven't we done enough of these?
Yeah, I know, but we're getting feedback from our community that they're getting old, so come on. Let's just do it real quick.
All right. Do I need to run this by Laz first?
No, we're fine. Hey, everyone. We just wanted to let everyone know that if you're looking for a clan, we have a Destiny 2 clan, and we invite you all to be a part of it.
All we ask is that you join our Discord community and just enjoy playing the game. We will communicate with you there, and you'll also be assigned a special clan role as well, and a channel.
So look for the invite link in our Discord, in our GDC clan channel, or you can click the link right down there below in our show description.
Yep, our Discord community is pretty awesome. And we have hundreds of active, like-minded Destiny 2 gamers in there. Also, we have a special 100.io bot that can put together groups for whatever you want to get done.
So hit that link, join our community at discord.gg/GuardianDowncast. And if you want to be in our clan, just let one of our mods know, and we'll open the door for you.
All right, enough of this shameless plug. That's it. Cut.
Okay, fine. Jeez. Later, Guardian.
Laz?
No, okay, I'm out. All right. Well, Bungie came out with a little article on the 19th this week talking about the new build crafting evolved, Hazel. What's going on with this, man?
Came out on the 18th, actually.
18th? Oh, it had it dated here for the 19th. Oh, well, whatever. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the TWAB. Like I said,
on bullshit.
On the 18th, I got the right tab up now. On the 18th, Bungie put out a build crafting evolved blog. Man, this is a lot, man. This is game changing stuff. But I'll let you get into it, man. You're the expert here. What are we talking about here?
Okay, so to put it lightly, think about a gripe that you have about this game, and then just go like, "Oh, hey, they fixed it." So we'll start with this. Okay, loadouts. They are a thing. They are coming. It's going to be very similar to the, the ornament system that we have. That kind of menu.
The transmog, yeah.
Yep, exactly. So with this, you can have up to 10 slots, and the higher your Guardian rank, the more slots you get.
Ooh.
So it's tied to your Guardian rank.
Cool.
Yeah, I've watched like a ton of videos on this week, and I'm like nobody mentioned that in any of the videos.
I wonder what makes your Guardian go up in rank, though. Is that season pass rank, or I'm curious?
No, it's not season pass. Put that back in your pants.
All right, fine.
No, Guardian ranks is basically about the stuff that you do in the game. So, like, for example, this next part here is about mods. All the normal mods, that is, will be available at Guardian rank 6. So, if you're a player who's been playing the game consistently for probably a year, maybe 2, you're going to probably already come out of the gate at Guardian rank 6 or higher.
You know what I think the ranks might be?
Oh, God, help us.
No, like the triumphs.
Yeah.
When you get so many triumphs done, there'll be something about triumphs in the game.
But Guardian ranks is more about like the stuff that you're doing in the game. So it's like, it's different. It's the same, but different, as triumphs. Yeah. So according to in the actual Buildcraft article, they have a link here to the video where they talk about Guardian ranks. And they basically say that it's tied to what you're doing with other people as well.
Oh, this goes back to that rep system.
Exactly.
Nice. So it's going to be, so what I'm thinking here, I'm sorry not to interrupt. I'm just kind of trying to follow. So what it sounds like is some stuff's going to be retroactive on what you've done in the past. Okay.
There you go. But again, the higher your Guardian rank, the more loadout slots you're going to be able to have. So I don't know how many loadout slots we're going to be able to have right away, but it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, so for this, this is basically if you've used any loadout maker Undim or Ishtar, light.gg. I don't know if they have one. I don't use it, but whatever. But yeah, if you use any loadout manager, it's all the same thing here. Basically, you pick your subclass, you pick your grenade, you pick your weapons, you pick your mods, you pick your armor, you pick your mods for that. And then you go ahead and you load it up and you go.
I like this. It's going to be fun.
My only concern is our shit runs slow as fuck right now.
Yeah, I worry about the PS4 and Xbox One consoles out there chugging.
Yeah. I love our legacy players like that, but I'm damn glad I have an Xbox Series X and a PC that I can play on.
I tell you,
I'm sorry. I love you all though.
I tell you what though, whether it's a high-end PC or PS5 or whatever, it seems to be running pretty slow.
It still is chugging along.
It's taking a while to load. Yeah. A lot of information, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm curious about that. So we'll have to see.
Well, think about it. You don't have to slot things anymore. So you don't have to worry about all that. When you go over a slot on your armor, you have all this stuff appear all of a sudden. Well, it's kind of the same thing. They're just putting it in a nice, clean user interface for you now.
But this is just for loadouts, though.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no. The shit you're talking about is still going to be there.
Right. Part of the loadout system, yeah.
But it's not part of the loadout system, though. You're still going to be able to slot armor mods into your armor on the fly. But if you want to do it ahead of time, you can do that for your loadout.
I thought they said there was no more slotting. Okay. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. This is a lot, man. This is a total revamp, which, we kind of alluded to that. I think we thought this was kind of going to be a major overhaul, and it sure as hell is.
Yeah. I mean, it is and it isn't at the same time. I mean, with the loadouts anyway. Okay.
Right.
Loadouts. I mean, this is what we all expected loadouts to be.
And they talked about this in the past, right?
Yeah. It was in the video that they did, the VIDOC. Gotcha. So, I mean, we all sort of expected this to be the case. But I mean, with it, you're still going to be able to go in. So say that you're doing lost sectors or whatever your bounty horror self is doing.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't do those?
Continue.
Are they too hard?
Continue.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, so you're going to go in there and you're like, oh, well, you know what? I don't have a spot for a new loadout, so I can do this. Let me go ahead and I'll just slot some mods on my, armor like I would normally.
Right.
You can still do that normally.
Okay.
It's just that with the other stuff, the loadouts is just so you're preemptive, with what you're doing.
Right. I use that for Dim right now. I just go to my loadout page and it's like, okay, I'm playing Crucible. I need my Void Lock. Click, click, click. It all loads it up automatically for me. It's real convenient. So you're just going to be able to do this in game. Just click the loadout. Yeah. Boom. Done.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I'll be honest. I love Bungie for doing this. This is great. I'm still going to use Dim.
I'm still going to use Dim too.
Sorry, Bungie.
Hey, Dim has perfected this system so many years now.
This is pretty. This is.
Mm-hmm. I'll use it. I'll have it too. That's backup.
Maybe just
I'll play with it.
I don't know. I just feel bad for Bungie. It's like they're late to the party and it's in their honor.
Well, it's like they had to organize the whole party first though. And then now they're finally getting to the party because they had to do all the work to make the party happen. So that's the way I kind of see Bungie, but
yeah, this is going to be, I can see a lot of people using this who don't use Dim, who don't use Ishtar and things like that.
Well, do you think do you think they're putting this in mainly so they can, kind of front load new players and get them into build crafting earlier? Maybe. Is that reasonable?
I don't know. I would say yes to that, except that the game doesn't give you a build. It did, what was it, last season?
Mm-hmm.
How it gave you that big chest and it gave you a complete and utter build that you could do.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But they didn't do that again this season.
No, I noticed they
didn't. So unless they're going to give you a build right from the get-go, then it's not going to help a new player figure something out. A new player is going to be able to have to look at this and go oh, well, hey, let me do this. One thing I will say, though, is that whether you're watching a Cheese Forever video, Astacross, Plunder the Booty, you can go ahead and they can share dim links or links to this. So that way you can go ahead and you can download that loadout right away into your own custom loadout.
Oh, so they're going to have links like dim has. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yep. So you can go ahead and do that. You can share loadouts and things along those lines.
Hear that, Native Raider?
Yep, exactly. Looking at you.
Mr. Build Man.
Titan guy.
If you need a build for Titans, he's the guy.
Yep. Okay. So, what do you think about loadouts? I mean, pretty straightforward stuff to me, honestly.
Yeah, I think
so. I approve. I like it. I mean, and this is even going to, just so everyone knows, this is even going to take into consideration, your fashion too. So you can.
Oh, wait a minute. They're integrating the fashion into this too? The transmog and all in one? So this is going where the transmog spot is then. Okay. I was kind of wondering where they're going to put this.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that your it's going to, like, when you do your loadout, you can pick your fashion for the loadout too.
Oh, okay. Then they really don't need the transmog thing then. If it's built into this loadout thing. Well, okay.
Yes, they still do.
Okay,
man.
yeah, you still got to make transmog. Okay, I got you.
My God, man.
All right. I'm just trying to get my head around it. All right.
I understand.
I'm
all
old.
Right.
I need the large block writing so I can read it.
All right. Just chew on your Werthers, okay?
Right, fine. Let me get another one.
1 second. Werthers. Fun fact, I went to see the community manager over there at my mom's place, and she had a fucking bowl of Werthers.
Of course, man. They're good.
Fucking love you.
They're good, man.
So
it's like an old people drug. I'm not that I'm old. I'm just saying I've heard the old people love Werthers.
All right. So we've got mods here.
Mods.
This part here is...
It's a lot.
I mean, I don't know. It is and it isn't a lot. I mean, it's a lot of words.
Well, explain why it isn't a lot.
It isn't a lot because this is more for... Well, okay, part of this is more for the loadout system.
Okay.
So it's more for, customizing your helmet, customizing, whatever you want to put on. Customizing your weapon, all that good stuff. Okay. But here's the cool things. Again, like I said before, all mods will be available at Guardian Rank 6. All the normal ones. So that means that Ada 1 is no longer going to sell mods. That's the good stuff.
Thank goodness. I mean, I love 801, but she needs to sell other stuff, not mods.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm just going to dive into this here. So
that's all you can do, man.
Here's some of the cool stuff. So with the mods, we all love how it's like hand cannon loader, right? Yeah, well, that's gone.
I don't love that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it's gone anyway.
Okay.
Whether you love it or not. Now it's going to be more either for the weapon type. So, i.e. kinetic, energy, power, or it's going to be dependent upon your subclass. So basically strand, stasis, solar, arc, void, that kind of thing. Okay. By the way, mod costs went down for some things. Resilience went up. Intellect went down. Fun fact, because nobody cares about intellect anymore.
Right.
Bell, I'm looking at you. Or is it technical? I think technical. Technical ask that. I'm like you, man. I get them all confused.
I didn't say that. You did.
I know. You paid me to say that, though.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. So, elemental affinity is gone.
I like that because that's like old Destiny. Get rid of that stuff. We don't need the elemental, matching elemental types.
Yeah. I mean, it worked. I mean, that was the thing, was that this is a change that I didn't know that I needed.
All right. Well, I'll give you an example. Okay. I'll give you an example. I was trying to run comp the other day and I was trying to get a mod on my armor. It is called Bolstering Detonation. Grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a grenade. I've got a grenade build, but here's the problem. My armor was solar. It wasn't even available. So I had to go by and strip the armor off, strip all the mods off of it, and then pay money and whatever else. I'm not going to get into enhancement cores and all that crap, but I had to basically pay to switch the element to it. And then there are other mods that I had on there that I can't use anymore because now I don't have my solar. I don't have my grenade mods anymore. So I'm glad they got rid of this. It was such a pain.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this was a change that I didn't know that I needed. So I approve. I do. I approve of this.
Nice.
Right. Ready for something fun?
Mm-hmm.
We all love like anti-barrier pulse rifle, right?
Oh yeah.
You just know that your arms are just fucked basically because you know that you got to put in your, whatever it is, anti-barrier pulse.
Mm-hmm. Unstoppable hand cannon.
Unstoppable hand cannon. This season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you just know that, so much for fucking reloading this game.
Exactly.
So, you know what they did? They said, you know what? That sucks. Let's go ahead and change that. So now when you unlock anti-barrier pulse, it's now intrinsic on all pulse rifles that you use.
I love it.
Oh, God. Yeah,
hell yeah,
exactly.
Now, wait a minute. Question. Anti-barrier pulse. Are we talking just for this season or is this permanent for across the whole expansion?
That's just for the season. That's an artifact.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. They still have the artifact. Okay. So
I just don't want to apply. They just automatically unlock now. I like that.
Yep. Exactly. Fun fact. If you want to see a picture of this, if you look up at the, picture, like, are you looking at the,
I'm looking.
So if you go up 2 pictures, so you're going to see a picture of a Guardian. On the right, you're going to see the artifact. And to the left of it, you're going to see, it's going to show.
Oh yeah. Unstoppable, the 3 different kinds of champions.
Exactly. Those are basically what that build is built against.
Okay.
So, good stuff.
I like that.
Yep.
Good improvement.
Okay. So, in true Bungie fashion, though, Bungie giveth and they taketh away.
3 steps forward, 2 steps back. All right.
Okay,
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
No, I would say this is easily 3 steps forward, 1 step back.
Oh, okay.
So it's a net positive.
All right.
Not that 2 steps back wouldn't be a net positive, but still 1 step back this time. So with it, Bungie does not want us to be gods. They don't want us to be Oryx out there. So with the artifact, they are limiting us again to 12 perks for this. But you can reset your artifact at any time and it will not cost you anything.
Okay.
I'm a little salty about it.
Why?
Because you know they're going to change this shit in like 6 months.
You think so? I don't know.
You know it, man. I'll bet you $1. Come on now.
All right. Deal. Hey, do we want to tell everyone about our other bet? While we're talking about bets right now?
Sure.
Well,
oh yeah, that bet.
Well, I mean, for the European folks, you probably might know what we're talking about, but National Football League, which is the football games to watch. Boy, that's going to spark some shit. The Jaguars are in the playoffs, and the I don't know, some Ohio team is Bengals, I think they're called. Anyway, they're both in the playoffs this week, and Hazel and I have a bet to see which one goes further. And if they both lose, then of course we both lose. But if the Jags happen to beat the Kansas City Chiefs this week, and then the Cincinnati Bengals either win or don't go any further after that or lose, then Hazel has to change his name to Ultimate Jaguars fan for like the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So
the rest of the football season.
Football season, yeah, until the Super Bowl's over. Yeah.
Yep. And what if the Bengals make it further?
I might have to put Ultimate Bengals fan on till the end of the football season. It's not going to happen, but
yeah, I might actually change that to the Ultimate Fairweather fan.
Hey man, I knew the Bucks were done this year. I'm a Bucks,
but
and a
they
Jags
made it
fan.
to the playoffs, man. They made it to the playoffs
only because of a technicality. That team was hurting at the end of the season anyway. But sorry, off topic. But we were talking about bets, betting $1. So I meant to mention that earlier in this segment.
Well, I mean, Brady did break a hip. So, I mean, he was out there with a walker. Not that he wasn't with a walker before, but. Oh,
he'll be back. He's going to play. I mean, maybe not for the Bucks. I heard the Raiders. I don't know. I've heard all kinds of things.
Yep. I've heard the Raiders too.
We'll see.
That could be a good thing.
Hey, I applaud Brady. He's old as heck for the NFL. He's still doing it, man. He can still sling the ball too, and he's accurate as hell. So
yeah,
you just got to keep him. Just got to protect him.
He doesn't have like 110 pounds of dead weight anymore.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
God. Oh my God.
Send your hate mail to me. I'm sorry.
His personal life does not concern me. All I care is he can throw football. But yeah, the Jags, I'm telling you, the Jags are peaking at the right time right now. And I really have a good feeling.
No, they aren't.
I have a good feeling about them. And this team is possessed.
Dude, okay, this is the last thing I'm going to say about this, and we're moving back to Destiny.
All right, fine.
So, okay, the Jags are going to lose this next round. And it's nothing against them. It's just that fucking Kansas City is a house on fire right now.
They're good, but I'm telling you, this is going to be an upset.
Dude, stop being a homer. Just
going to be an upset.
Put it back in your pants.
We'll see next week.
So, okay, so yeah, so they're going to lose this next round. But here's the thing, though, is that they still have made it further than how long?
A long time. It's been a long time since they've been in the
Exactly.
playoffs.
But I mean, that team has given the whole city hope now.
I used to watch this team back when it was Leftwich at quarterback. I mean, I've watched this team for a long time, and I've always, in the back of my mind, I've always hoped they do well. Because they have new ownership now, and he's really trying to, he's got some draft picks in there. He's gotten some good players in place. And I don't know. I hope they do well.
Yeah. Hey, fun fact. Do you know where Byron Leftwich is now?
Was he fired? I know he's the offensive coordinator for the Bucks for Brady.
Well, yeah, he's the quarterback's coach for Brady.
I thought he did.
And I'm like, that's like the worst. That's like the worst job ever. It's like,
I don't know.
It's like you show up and you get a paycheck. What the fuck are you going to tell Tom Brady? Get
I don't
the fuck
know.
out
I don't
of here.
know, man. They talk a lot on the sidelines. They plan it out. They talk.
I'm sure that it's Brady teaching Leftwich stuff.
I don't know, man. I've seen Leftwich in his ear too. All right, back to Destiny.
Yeah,
back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yep. All right. Game, set, and match. Match game. Gown.
Thank goodness. I hate that. That's a stupid.
Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know, basically it was, this is something it's a holdover from Destiny 1. It's something that they loved in Destiny 1, where basically you did less damage to shields if you didn't match their elemental affinity. So now they're doing away with that. It's just that now you're going to get a damage bonus if you damage the shield with the correct element, basically. So you don't need to do it. It's just a bonus.
Okay. I know there's a lot to cover. I'm just following along here. I'll give you my opinions when they blurt out.
Yeah.
All good. All good so far. I like what I hear.
Okay. So we are the champions. So again, in true Bungie fashion, we all love champions. We want more of them in every aspect of the game. I hope Hades didn't wreck when I said that.
He just got his bike back. What would you want to say that?
You might want to edit that out.
All right, I'll edit that out.
I know what that means.
Yeah.
it ain't happening. So, all right. Okay. So Bungie wants to give us some options when it comes to how to basically break the champions.
Oh, this is exciting, man.
Yeah. I didn't even know I needed this, but I needed this.
We need it.
So, barrier champions. Solar, Void, and Strand are counters to barrier. How is that, you ask?
Void, Solar, and Strand. Okay.
Yeah, so how is that? So, ask how is that?
Hey, what do you mean by that, Hazel?
Oh, yeah. That's a good question. Good question.
Yeah, man.
So, when using volatile rounds from your weapons, it will pierce the barrier and stun the champion. Ooh. When a player is radiant, their attacks pierce champions, shields, and stun them. And Strand will have a method of piercing barriers as well.
My Void Lock's looking really good right now. This is awesome. And I'm thinking of a little pulse rifle, too, that I have from some certain raid.
Well, that's not going to help, though, because you have to have that first.
Yeah, I know. I can still leech him, though. That'll add more.
Yeah. Yeah. But how many champions are you actually going to face like that? I
don't know.
So, Overload champions. Arc, Stasis, and Void are counters.
This is so cool.
No shit, right?
Void's mentioned twice, by the way, just saying.
They're all mentioned twice.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Math is hard.
I'm trying to count
okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Damaging an overload champion by triggering the jolted condition stuns the champion. Likewise, suppressing the champion stuns them, as does slowing them with stasis.
Just throw that grenade, baby.
Fucking cool is this?
That void grenade and stun him. Done and done.
Oh, dude, put void back in your pants, man. How cool is this?
Jolt's fun.
Because this goes beyond just throwing a void grenade and doing that. This goes beyond that.
Well, we've gone from regular chess, which is put the mod in, to 3D chess now, because there's all kinds of different ways you can put builds together now to suppress or stun champions. This is great.
Exactly. So, I mean, you can get Radiant from a hunter doing his little backflip thing. And that's going to help everybody stun a barrier. So you can just melt these champions, assuming they don't make too many changes to the champions and things like that. But
okay.
Yeah. So then, okay, well, unstoppable champions, Arc, Solar, Stasis, and Strand. So, blinding an unstoppable champion instantly stuns them, encasing them in stasis and then shattering it or triggering a solar ignition on them likewise stuns them.
I'm thinking of weapons.
Strand will also have an unstoppable champion counter.
I'm thinking of so many weapons right now that's just going to be
that's what I mean.
Stuff.
Well, I mean, yeah, you figure you got chill clip. I mean, you have incandescent on weapons that are going to blow up and be able to stun things.
Oh,
I mean, it's going to minimize the need to even put on, to get those artifact mods.
This is going to
Granted, they're going to be intrinsic, but still, it's going to lessen that reliance on them completely. It's all going to help, of course, but that's the thing is like those artifact mods now, I believe, are just going to be more for helping things. I don't think they're going to really be the focal point of the season anymore. I don't know.
What I'm thinking of here is, oh my God, the Ager Scepter. That's going to be a fantastic rifle next season. That thing is already just destroys ads, freezes and just blows everything up. Oh, let me just put that in my inventory right now. There we go. Start practicing with it. Sorry. Go ahead. This is exciting.
Yeah. That is absolutely the coolest thing ever. No pun intended.
Hey, man. Stay cool.
Stay frosty. Okay.
That's a pulse rifle.
Yes,
puns.
it is. I know. We got them for days. So, armor charge mods. What are those, you ask?
Hey, what are armor charge mods? Oh, wait a minute. This is something new coming this next season.
Yeah, it is, right? Who knew? Okay, so armor charge mods. These are basically going to be sort of like the love child of Charged with Light and Elemental Wells.
I'm loving this, man.
Yeah. So socketing an armor mod that uses the armor charge system gives you access to the system. So that's the easy part. So there's basically, these are all revolved around orbs of power.
How important are those going to be? Now I have a question before you move on. If my super is full, can I still grab an orb of power to do this? Or do I still have to use my super up to get more orbs of power to proc it? Did they say if they're fixing that? All right. Well, I'm sorry. I'm done.
I don't see that
okay,
here, but I believe that you probably still have to burn your super.
All right, fine.
Because you're not picking up any mods. You're not picking up any orbs if that happens.
Yeah, you can't because you're full.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm guessing it's not going to work, honestly.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to divert you every way I can tonight. I'm sorry. I got lots of questions.
No, that's a great question because I was like, you said that and I was like, oh yeah, shit, that's a good question. But, so it's not going to, you're probably still going to have to do it just like normal.
Can you say it again and speak into the mic a little closer?
You're still going to have to pop your super.
No, that's not what I meant. Never mind. Just move on.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Moving on.
Yeah.
So, you can hold now between 0 and 3 stacks of armor charge by default.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which appears as a buff in the status effects area. Okay. So with this, they will actually decay. So after a certain amount of time, they will actually fall off.
Aww.
So it's about, come on, man.
Timers again. Come on, Bungie.
I'm going to absolutely just lose my shit one day when you talk about timers.
Dude, what? It's like Charged with Light. Once you use something, then it decays. But let us store it up. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your
How
thought.
hard is it to generate an orb?
Okay. That's okay. Never mind.
Okay. You got a ton of mods that can do this shit.
All right. Fine.
All right. Okay. So they didn't go into too much detail about these mods, but they said that some of them will provide a passive or ongoing benefit while you have any stacks of armor charge. And then more of some of them are more active. So basically, probably damage boosts, things along those lines.
Right. Okay.
Players can extend the decay timer by socketing the extended charge mod in the class item slot.
There we go. Question asked.
I mean,
question
it's probably going to give you like an extra 5 seconds. You still have a timer. Man.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. So armor charge mods are a thing. We don't really know what we're in for with these. A lot of this is Bungie has a habit of doing this for anybody who's unaware, where basically it's like they're building a house. Okay. And then occasionally what they do is they just go in and they just tear the shit out of the floor just so they can put in a new one.
Yeah. They just whack off part of the roof. Like, we don't need that anymore. We're going to put something better up now.
I'm going to let our community have fun with that.
I mean, I'll edit that out. Don't worry.
So you better. Okay. Fun fact here. Finishers will now consume armor charges and not dip into super energy.
Good. Thank you.
That's pretty cool. I dig that.
Yes, I do too.
Okay. So elemental wells evolved.
Yes.
Ooh.
I love elemental wells.
Yep. Okay. While many of the mods that previously created or benefited from elemental wells are being changed to instead focus on orbs of power, some aspects of elemental wells aren't going away entirely. Instead of creating elemental wells, each subclass will now create damage type specific spawned objects, i.e. we all know ionic traces for arc.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we're getting a fire sprite for solar.
I don't know what that is.
Void breaches for void.
Mm-hmm.
Stasis shards will continue to be used for stasis, and strand will have its own object.
Nice. God, I'm so excited.
So, I mean, how cool is that?
We're just going to
shit
destroy
flying
everything.
all over
Dude,
the
we're going to be
place.
destroying everything.
So the question, okay, real quick, hold on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
stop.
Okay.
All right. So the ability to spawn these objects will not come from armor mods, but from your subclass. For example, while the Ember of Tempering fragment is active for solar hunters, it will now create a fire sprite when you defeat an enemy with a solar weapon.
Okay. Tied to the fragments.
So, yep. Okay. So balancing act.
Oh, hold on. I have a question. With all of this killing power, here's what I think's going to happen next season. Champions are going to be a bitch to kill. I think they're going to have to. The power creep's immense here. Look at all these options they're giving us to destroy champions. I actually thought champions were going away next season. I thought that was something they just were going to get rid of and come up with something different, but they're riding with it. Ride or die. They're going with champions, but here's what I think they're going to do. You know how Bungie does this, right? They tell us all the good things that are going to happen next season. And we're going to get a couple twabs down the road. We're going to get, okay, we gave you all this firepower. Well, we got to give you the bad news now. Champions are going to be a bitch to kill. They're going to be something
Champions
challenging.
4,000 times health.
They're going to be challenging enemies to bout with now. But now you have all these different ways of killing them. I think this is what's going to happen, man. I have a feeling because they're building us up just like they do every TWAB before the next big drop. They build us up with all this great stuff. And now they're going to say, okay, here's the fine writing. We need to look at the fine print, gentlemen, ladies. So I think that's what's going to happen, man. We'll see in a couple TWABs, but I just wanted to mention that because we're talking about all this extra crap to kill champions and stack with light and shards of light. And I mean, all this stuff we're going to be able to build up. I think, man, there's no way they're not buffing those champions to be even more powerful.
Yeah, you do have a point.
Can you say that to Michael a little again?
You have a point?
Never mind. Go ahead.
So, I mean, you do have a point. I don't know. I think they're going to do some stuff. I don't know exactly what it is, but they're going to do some stuff, I'm sure, that is going to make it a little harder for us.
I'm going to say this right now, and I'm probably going to get run over when it doesn't happen. I think Bungie is going to make a harder game next season. I think they're ramping it up. I think they're going to ramp it up. I think we're getting tired of just running over stuff. I think Datto's dream is going to come true. I think we're going to actually have a hard time getting through stuff. But here's the thing. Once you get through it, you're going to feel like you did something. I remember the old days of playing video games where it took you a lot of time to finally knock a boss out. That's all I played were boss games and shooter boss games. And when you finally killed that boss, it was like, yes, this is awesome. So I think that's what's going to happen next season, man. The next big DLC drop. I think the game overall is going to get harder in the PvE department. I think it's going to get tougher, man. More challenging enemies.
I'm sure it will. They're already doing it now. With the +5 energy or the +5.
I just see all this power creep, man.
Yeah. I think it's going to be okay.
Okay.
Bungie giveth, Bungie taketh away.
Yes.
War mind cells are gone.
I wasn't using them anyway. Because you have to use that kind of weapon.
I miss them though, man. I will never forget going into a room in the corrupted strike and just absolutely destroying rooms and rooms of enemies with just like 2 of these things.
I love dropping bombs.
So much fun.
I love seeing everything explode. But you had to use that kind of weapon to trigger it, though. You had to use that certain type of weapon.
Yeah.
It's very limiting.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun. Oh, yeah. I remember Alarmman Kentucky used to grab them. That he got that perk where you could grab them and go place them near the enemies, and it would automatically, like, debuff them and stuff. It was the coolest thing.
Yep. Good stuff. All the way around there.
All right.
And then that's pretty much everything with the build crafting part.
Man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of changes. That's a lot of stuff to lay down on us, man.
Again, man, they really did like tear the roof and the floor. They whacked off the roof is what you said, I believe.
I didn't say it. You just said it because I just recorded you saying it. You claimed it. I'm going to go into a coughing fit here soon. I'll have to mute myself. Man, this is exciting, man.
Yeah. But again, this is just Bungie fashion here, right here. This is basically them saying, we're going to make so many changes. You're not going to know what end is up. And, you're just going to go with it and you're going to see how it goes. Because that's just what they do. They did it for Lightfall, or they did it for Witch Queen. They did it for Beyond Light. They made so many changes that we just didn't know what we were in for. We had the ground rules, but you just never know. It's kind of a good feeling.
Yeah. Oh, and we failed to mention, too, that they came out with a trailer. The next promotional trailer this week. What'd you think of that, man?
That's in the TWAB.
I'll edit that out. Okay. Final thoughts, Hazel? I've already spoken my piece, I think, more than once. What do you think, man? Final thoughts on this?
I think all of these are all positive things. I really, truly do. I don't see any of these being a bad thing.
Okay.
I'm anxious to get my hands on these and try it out.
I can't wait to jump in, man. I think I'm gonna tell my boss to take a hike that week. Anyway,
I hope your wife is okay with you telling her to take a hike.
Hey, man, keep your voice down. She's in the other room, man. All right. Well, I get to say this great phrase that I love saying. Let's move on to this week at Bungie.
Hey, this is Admiral Nips from Potato Thumbs Podcast. You are listening to Guardian Downcast with 2 of the most beautiful people in the whole wide world. Like what you like and don't apologize.
All right, Hazel. 8th week of Season of the Seraph. What is going on with this week at Bungie?
All right. So, with the TWAB this week, Bungie calls out that they went ahead and released the build crafting thing that we already went through.
Mm-hmm.
then they said that, hey, we also released a trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just say, nobody does trailers like Bungie.
Nope. They try. Not the same.
Yeah. It really is not the same. It's crazy. So yeah, it's a very good trailer. It is easily going to be one of the coolest things that you'll ever see. That kind of thing. It's Bungie. Okay. Then they went ahead and they put out a notice here that, hey, if you, even if you're not in control of your stuff, you're still liable for any changes that happens. So if you mess around and, let somebody else control your stuff and they get caught cheating on your account, you're still cheating.
Yeah,
and they said, don't do that.
Quit doing account recovs. Just don't do it, guys. You're giving all the control to this stranger that you're paying money to do something for you. It's just not smart.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a friend, now even then don't, because you'll get both you guys involved in some kind of terms of service stuff. You don't want to mess with that. You really don't.
Yeah. It's probably just safer just to not do it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question before we move on.
Yes. No, I've never had a account recovery.
No, that wasn't it. No, it was related to the trailer here. Do you think we're going to have a Vidoc? They always do a Vidoc before a big jump, for a big drop. Do you think they'll do one this year?
I doubt it. I mean, because the big drop is already, it's already here. I think the big drop was before.
I'm just thinking historically, when did they throw a Vidoc out? Was it a month before? I'm just trying to remember in the past. I've seen so many of them. If you have not played this game over the years like Hazel and I have, the Vidocs are just fantastic. You get to see the inner workings of Bungie. It's the coolest thing. And I was listening to our buddy who's been on our show in the past, the Senate Nomad, had a interview with Chris Proctor today about the changes coming to the sandbox, and we're going to talk about it. But Chris Proctor had mentioned in the interview that Vidocs are real expensive to make, and I'm like, that got me thinking. I'm like, man, are they going to do one this year? I hope they do.
You know what we didn't get last year, though?
What?
We didn't get a state of, yeah, exactly.
I remember you saying that. Yeah, I was wondering that too, since we haven't gotten a state of the game. I don't know.
That shit costs less than,
yeah, it's just a blog, but I don't know. He still has a restraining order against me. I can't mention anything about that. So.
Yeah. Yeah. What you get, man?
I know. Oh, well. Just off the top of my head, I thought of that today when I was listening to that interview. I was just curious. Okay. So what else is going on in the TWAB this week, man?
Okay. So Bungie does a TLDR about Bob the Guardian Builder. Okay. And then they talk about some of the changes that took place with the latest patch. So
a lot of stuff.
So with it, red border drop rates are increased for the duality dungeon and for raids. Good.
I'm tired of buying it at the kiosk at the very end of the boss fight. Not getting anything in the encounters during, it's kind of disheartening.
I don't know. I just don't think that you shouldn't feel entitled to it.
I'm not entitled. It'd just be nice. I've played King's Fall 3 times now.
It'd be nice.
Okay.
I'm just saying. You said it.
I hear you.
That's your own words. You said it'd be nice if that happened, but there's no guarantee, I know. To me, there shouldn't be a guarantee.
1 or 2% drop rates, it seems, that's just a little too strict. Come on. It's a video game. The bottom line, it's a video game. It's entertainment. Come on. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Give us a path to get stuff.
Dude, you have a path. You do the secret chest, you get one. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
I want another
see
path. The problem.
All right.
Congratulations.
No,
so do I.
Fuck with you tonight. Go ahead, man.
I'm just saying. I want another path too. I want some stuff that, I think it takes too long to get catalysts. So
yeah, it does.
It's
random, man. You have no control. There's no path. It's just all random. All right.
Oh my God. How am I ever going to live?
I don't know, man. I need that catalyst.
I live just fine.
All right. All right.
But yeah. So red border drop rates are increasing for the 12 people. Wait a minute. How many people are in fucking Gambit? Is it 4-on-4? Yeah, 4-on-4. For the 8 people playing Gambit, you probably already have your title gilded already, but it only costs now 50 matches instead of 30 wins. So
I don't mind gilded yet.
You know what? I'm thinking about putting on my tracker that says how many games a Gambit I've played.
I have one that says how many invaders I've killed.
I could do that one too, but that one makes me look like a douche nozzle because I haven't killed any this season at all. Go
ahead.
But yeah, so there you go. Cool. 50 matches. Good stuff right there.
All right. This next one's big.
Yeah, it is kind of. So with it is, you know how we all love doing like events in Destiny, a raid, a dungeon, whatever. And you get basically like 30 blues and one like piece of like armor that's just, 1580. It's just absolutely useless.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bungie is removing blues.
Thank God. At the soft cap.
At the soft cap, yes.
That's still good.
So if you're a blind squirrel and you find your way to the soft cap, which basically is...
The soft cap is what, 1580 this season?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm there already.
Yeah. If you played last season, you got the pinnacle cap last season, you're at 1580 already. So right. you're good. So yeah. So there's that. And they did say that if you do find any blues, any sources that give blue, then you can go ahead and let them know in the help forums, and they will gladly go ahead and take a look at it and get it removed.
There's just so many memes being built around that statement. Okay. Yeah. What the hell is this blue thing? Get this out of here. Anyway.
So there's that. Rumble is back.
Permanently.
Well, yeah. And there are more exciting Crucible changes in Lightfall.
Ooh. Maybe they listened to you last week. You told them to just delete it.
I did. Exactly.
It's in a short coming up. I got it in there, man. I said, this is classic. I got to put this out. Because everyone's like, what? Delete Crucible? Yeah. It was a great statement. Oh my God. Yeah. So it's good. It's good news. A lot of people like to play that game type.
Yeah. More than Gambit.
Not me.
Yeah. Okay. So year 3 Catalyst evolution. Get a load of this. Okay. I loved this. This was unexpected to me. So, the year 3 Catalysts, this from the season pass. So Ariana's Vow, Symmetry, and Tommy's Matchbook, as well as Witherhoard, will now benefit from the same season pass boost like the exotic quests that are currently going on.
All right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is good.
So
I have some of those on my other alt character already still. I'm trying to still get done.
I bet you do.
I do.
No, this part absolutely caused me to lose my shit. I laughed hysterically at this part. I probably laughed harder than I should have. But yeah. So, it starts off with this. Did you know there are class-specific craftable exotic glaives?
Mm-hmm. Yes, there are.
That right there is a sign about how much ass these things are.
They're bad. They're not that good.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to get them, too. I got one, and I was like, this is it? Nah. I'm not even going to get the other two.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
What's that?
You already have the other two now.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Now all you have to do is buy it.
With what?
Oh, man. You and your fucking materials.
All right. Buy it. Fine.
So yeah, you can buy it from the evidence board.
Okay. I'll have to check that out. I did not know that.
Well, it's new. So,
Okay.
I say new, but it's coming. All of these changes will be effective Tuesday.
Next week? Or
Tuesday.
tomorrow?
Tuesday.
Tomorrow, if you're listening to this right now. Good. I like this. Another big patch. I love it.
Yep. Okay. Save the date. At dawn, we raid. March 10th is a Friday.
So 2 weeks.
9 a.m. Pacific.
We have 2 resets to get ready for the raid.
Well, I mean, from the start of Lightfall.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So, yep. So March 10th is when the raids drops. So we've got a little bit of time to get shit figured out about how armor charge works and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. And then we will pretty much go live there.
All right. Quick question. This is a natural progression from this statement. Is what light level are we going to be able to get into this raid? Since it's a new raid and not a a King's Fall that we've already had before. What do you think? 1590?
No.
No? 1600?
No. No, dude. I'm thinking like 1800 maybe.
What? Whoa. Yeah. Dude, there's very little people I know that are even at 1600 right now with the artifact. Wow.
Yeah, well, at least it's a new season, man.
I know.
It's a new season.
You think they're going to make a 200 jump? Really? No, more than 200 jump. Wow. Okay. World's first. Who's going to get it?
1590. Well, 1600 is the pinnacle cap.
Is it?
So
1590 is the hard cap, right? I mean, this goes to show how much I really care. Because I've just been playing everything right now. Because you can play just about everything at 1580 light now.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I just hit, what the hell's my artifact?
I even played Trials at 1580 light, raw score, and won 6 in a row with some buddies in Trials. So you can play just about everything at 1580 light. That's the number you're shooting for this season.
Well, no, it's not the number you're shooting for.
Well, it's a minimum number to have fun.
No, I wouldn't say that either. You picked the worst phrasing.
No, because the 1580 you can get into Nightfalls now at 1580.
No, you can, but you're gonna fucking hit yourself in the nuts every time.
I'm just saying, you're still able to get there.
But here's the thing, though. Okay,
all right.
So, like myself, this season. Luckily, I guess, stopped worrying about pinnacle stuff. So I'm only at 15, maybe 84, possibly.
Well, you know why? This is, I think this is the reason why we don't care anymore. It's because every season they artificially raise everyone up. So they don't have to worry about the FOMO people that didn't play 2 seasons ago that are well under light right now. It's like they raise the bar for everyone. So it's all these people who killed themselves to grind and get their power up. Everyone just catches up immediately on the next season. I don't know if I like that or not. Like the chest you mentioned. That was one example.
Well, last season they did this. Or last year they did this for Witch Queen. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I'm like, I mean, they should give maybe a 10 bump to the people that made it to Pinnacle.
Yeah. I'm just saying. So knowing what we know from playing every season, we know they're going to power bump us up to a minimum amount for next DLC. And
but honestly, man, that's not even why I didn't even do it this season. Well, I just didn't want to do it. I don't want to do strikes.
Maybe because you're just tired of doing it. It's just so repetitive.
Well, exactly. I mean, I've done so many strikes. I mean, I'll do GMs because they're actually fun and challenging and that kind of thing. But I just don't see the need to get to Pinnacle. I mean, I don't know. It's a slog I don't really think is beneficial in any way, shape, or form at this point.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. So all that being said is basically that, you can be basically, with your artifact. So I'm at 1583 with all my stuff.
Not including
and not including artifact. And I don't do bounty stuff. You all know me. And I'm at 1593. And I did my first GM of the season at 1593.
Well, 1595 is the max anyway, so you're just two off.
So I made it basically. I got my artifact up 13 spots.
I'm just curious. So okay.
If you do bounties, then you're probably over 1595. And if you do Pentacles, you're probably over 1595 as well. So you're already cap worthy, basically.
Okay.
So you can do GMs and get some fresh loot. And when this drops, you will have basically just the end of today to do GMs and get double loot.
Yeah, you have one more day.
Exactly. So, yep, it was fun doing that with Native Raider. And he was like, wow, I got so much stuff. And I'm
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Last time I ran it with Kingsley and soccer, and I was like, holy crap, I got 2 golf balls and all this other stuff. I was like, wow. Yeah. It's a lot.
I won't tell you that I got 3 golf balls when I did it with Native, and yeah,
you need those.
It was glorious. Yeah, sure. I mean, maybe not, but yeah.
Who knows next season? I mean, do we need to? We'll wait for more information before I get into that argument.
Okay. So, before I move on to the next part, I had a question about the last segment about
the build crafting.
The build crafting stuff.
Okay.
So we all know that Bungie releases stuff hot.
Yeah.
Do you think how hot do you think this stuff's going to come in?
I think it'll be hot. And here's the thing. I really think they're going to make the champions hot too. I think they're going to make everything much harder. This is probably just another one of Gator's far-fetched predictions. But the way I see all of these new perks and new ways of stunning and destroying champions, I don't know, man. It's a lot of firepower. They've got to balance it on the other end. Yeah, we're going to have more fun and we're going to feel powerful, but how much fun are we going to have if we're just mowing stuff down? Literally 4 guys just going through stuff. I think they're going to have to make things stronger and more beefy. But I think it's going to be hot, but I don't think instead of them tuning it back, I don't know if they'll have to this time, if they really do what I'm thinking they're going to do. So to answer your question, yes, it will be hot and it'll stay hot, but so will those champions and all the other stuff out there.
I don't know. I think they're going to rein it in. I think it might be, I think it will be hot just from a publicity standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think they'll rein it in just like they did with, like this season.
Mm-hmm. Here's my thought. Okay, I've been thinking about this. Us veterans who've been playing this game for, let's just say 8+ years now, I think, and God, I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm the one that thinks we deserve everything, new or old player. I think we're getting a little tired of being able to run over stuff. And I think Bungie senses it. I think Bungie's going to go, listen, we got to ramp up this game. We've got to make this game more. I mean, there'll be areas where the new lights can bounce around and play and have fun. But I think when it comes down to the intermediate and upper level stuff, I just think they're going to make it harder. I just have a feeling they're going to do it.
Here's hoping.
We'll see. I mean, that's what you've always complained about. You want the world to burn. You want there to be consequences. If you don't, if you can't beat that boss because you guys don't know how to strategically get around it and get it taken care of, then that sucks. Try again. Which is how I used to always play video games, which is ironic because I'm always saying, well, what about the new players? The new players aren't going to be able to get past this champion. But I'm thinking more and more about it as not a new player. And I'm thinking now, man, I want an unstoppable that's just going to kick my ass, man. And I better figure out how to get them down now. Let's go, guys. Freeze them. Hurry. Freeze them. Let's go. All right.
Doesn't that sound glorious, though?
It sounds fun to me. I get excited thinking about it.
God. Or maybe it's not even an issue of saying, hey, guys, like freeze him and that kind of thing. Maybe it's an issue of, hey, you know what, guys? I got this. I've got arc on. I'm going to blind him.
Yep. Here a moment. I'm just saying it's a tired game. We've been playing it a long time now. And Season of Plunder, I was just not motivated to play. That was my season to take a break. And now that the new season 19's here, the season of Seraph, the stories are fantastic. It's pulled me right back in. But a part of me still wants that feeling that, oh my God, I could die here and not have to start over. I don't know where the hell the old Gatr went, but I don't know. I'm kind of the way I'm thinking now. And the new players, they'll have a playground for them. They'll have a place where I really hope they come up with a new way to introduce players. And I'm thinking because of this loadout system they're putting together and stuff, I think they're making it easier for players to figure out how to put builds together and stuff. I really hope it makes it easier for newer players. But
I don't know, man. I mean, the only way I could see them making it easy for new players is if they actually tell them, like, they make the build for them.
Well, I mean, my gosh, when you do the new light, they flash and highlight and annoy you to death with stuff you need to go press, and just so they can show you literally what button to press to upgrade that armor. And it will not leave you alone until you upgrade the armor. And maybe they just need to do that when it comes to building, have something flashing in a tab somewhere and like, okay, I see it flashing. What do I need to do? I need to do this? Okay. And just hold their hand and walk them through putting a build together.
Yeah. I mean, but there's so much to it, though. I mean, it's not just as easy as going like, oh, hey, put this with this and then profit. It's, there's more to it than that. It's, hey, you know what? You need a lot of grenades for this next part.
Put they almost need together. Yep.
Yeah. They almost need to like do something like that, I would say.
How do they do that though? That's a lot of production costs, man. I mean, I make videos and it takes hours to put them together. I can't imagine the development cost to do something like that for a new player. I don't know. I hope they, with this new, vouch system or whatever they call it, rep system they have coming out. I hope that encourages more of the older players to grab them and say, listen, come on, I'll show you what to do. Walk them through it. Maybe they're counting on the older players and the more established players to help out the newer players. I mean, that's what we do all the time in our Discord every day. People join up. They're like, I haven't played in years. I'm coming back into it. And people grab on and say, hey, well, what do you need to get done? And there's some that fall through the gaps. Like we had, I know we had, a couple newer members that haven't, or trying to get like older stuff done. Like, I need to get my Galahorn, or I need to get, this, I don't know. It says I need to go do this dungeon to get this complete or something. And
that's awesome.
But no one really chimed in. It's like,
oh, really?
They've been there, done that. And in fact, Hammer Crasher messaged me, he goes, this is just sad to see. I think he talked about it in the mod channel. He says, this is sad to see. Someone's reaching out, trying to get someone to help them, but everyone is so busy doing their own things and running their dungeons and stuff that, and I told him, I said, dude, sometimes people get left behind. It's just part of the system. It's unfortunate. But what I actually messaged that person, I said, you know what? Or maybe I messaged in the actual chat and said, listen, if you want to get this done, this is an older mission. Maybe put it in the activity raid bot and plan it ahead, like a week ahead. So people have time to set it aside and say, all right, we'll help you out. When you ask, like that night, I was already in a strike, or I was already in a dungeon. I was already in a raid. I was already committed. So I tell people that are in our Discord right now, but I encourage people to really get to know that activity raid bot in our Discord. Setting games up through the 100.io system is a really great way to set games up, and people see it and people will jump in and they'll help. People want to help, but you have to give them a little bit of time to plan, to set aside time to help you. Just something I mentioned.
Exactly. I mean, 100% correct right there. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with that. Me and Kingsley Mack have been talking, and we're trying to work together and coming up with some way to put a video at the, on the intro channel, or the frequently asked questions, get started here channel. We're trying to figure out how to approach putting just a short little video explaining how to do it. There's going to be a lot of screen cap stuff involved. So I just have to get with Kingsley and figure out exactly how we want to lay it out. So hopefully that'll happen. I'm really hoping we can get it done. Yeah. I mean, that would be great. I'm a visual person, so I need to see a video. I can't read something, and I can read it, but it's really helps if it's visually explained to me, and I'm hoping it'll help others too. Yeah. All right. So that tangent. All right. Fuck if I know. But so there is a TWAB. Yeah. And with it, they were talking about matchmaking. Oh boy. Yep. So, fun fact, nobody likes matchmaking right now. It's all over the place, that kind of thing. Yada, yada, yada. So, Bungie says, hey, We appreciate your feedback. We're not doing away with it though, but have a good one. Pretty much. I mean, they're still tweaking it, basically.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I'm trying to read these graphs, and graphs are tricky because you don't know what's being represented in the graph and what other factors are invested. I mean, just looking at a line on a graph, it's really hard to decipher it. But they talked about how they were able to predict if a game's going to be won or lost was a little foggier. It was more closer to the 50% range. And I don't know. Here's my beef about that. If the skill-based matchmaking is set up where I'm going to win a game and then lose a game and then win a game and then lose a game. In other words, they're going to give me an easy team to beat. And then the next game, we're going to get slaughtered by an obviously better team. I've dealt with this in comp, and comp is supposed to be really honing in on that skill, on the tiers and stuff. But I haven't seen, I don't know how I like this. If I'm just sticking around 50% loss rate on everything, which if a skill-based matchmaking system is working correctly, that's typically what you see is a 50% win-loss rate. Then how am I supposed to get better? How am I supposed to get to the next level? I feel like I'm just stuck in gold 2, gold 3 right now. And I don't know what I need to do to get further up. Do I need to get lucky? But if the game keeps throwing a hard game and then an easy game and then a hard game and then an easy game purposely, it's part of the system, then I kind of wonder, I don't know. It's a little discouraging.
Doesn't make sense.
But you want to pub stomp everyone, but at the same time, I felt bad when we had a team that was stacked and we were just running over guys. I'm like, these guys are never going to want to play Crucible again. That's what I'm always thinking when we have games like that. I want a game where it comes down to like 25 points. I mean, close games. They can go either way. And for the most part, we get that in comp, but there's games I know they purposely throw just a shitstorm at us. I mean, you'll see KDs on the other side, 5.1. 2.7, 1.8. And then you look at our KDs, it's 0.8, 0.25, 0.005. I'm like, this game should have never happened. And this is comp. Yeah. This is comp, dude. I mean, this is gold tier. There's no way in hell those guys were in gold tier. I don't know. They have some work to do still. I'm not convinced.
Yeah. And that's what they said. I mean, they said that exact thing.
Yeah.
That they have work to do with it, and they are doing it, and don't expect it to go away.
We just hope that they hone it and tune it in better over time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I've said
pretty much. That's basically it. All right.
Sorry, I keep dragging you down rabbit holes here. I know we're trying to get through this. There's a lot of information.
No, you're good. No, it is a lot. So airborne effectiveness is getting a change.
Oh, is it ever?
Yeah. So they basically told us what we already know in this, and it's that they basically put this in place for Strand, and they're taking out a lot of the things that are not really taking out. They're just reducing the amount of airborne effectiveness and that system and how it was originally the intent for it. So. Nothing real crazy there. I mean, well, there is some craziness in there, but yeah. So if you're a PvPer, that kind of thing, take a look at this aim assist part. I'm not really going to go into it. Just know that when you jump in the air now, it is going to feel a lot better than it did before, or it has for the past 6 months, 9 months.
Yeah. The TLDR basically is, because a lot of things are skill-based match made now, they're taking away a lot of the punishment of airborne effectiveness because in other words, they're like, okay, we were just kidding. Here, you can have all the stuff back. Kinda, sorta. Some stuff actually goes even better than what it used to be.
Yeah, but no, they're still taking stuff out. I mean, it's still going to be impacted by, airborne effectiveness, but just not as much.
There's been a lot of talk on this week. I've listened to a lot of different people talk about this, and
yeah, I saw your boyfriend, TV. He threw a video out.
My boyfriend, he's married, right?
Okay. But anyway.
Yes. There's been a lot of talk on this. And from what I can hear from most PvP gods out there, they're very happy to hear this.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean,
I think it's going to benefit the higher level players. But if you build into, a very high accuracy while you're in the air, you can build on it. You might actually realize that your guns are accurate when you're in the air, and you're actually going to hit that crit or that body shot when you're aiming at it. That's what they say. And it's mainly the kinetic weapons. Your energy weapons are probably going to get not as effective.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So nothing too crazy. I mean, it's just, par for the course type stuff to me.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, all right, I get to shoot my weapons and they do stuff. Okay.
I'm not a big in-air player. I'm more of a grounded player, but there's been moments where I've done even hip fire shots with sniper rifles because that's all I had. And when you get that kill, you're like, what? Okay. So yeah, it's a cool feeling. And let's just say you're going to have more fun in the air now. TLDR.
Yeah. Not like in vanilla D2, but still, you will be doing stuff.
I don't know. Some of the changes they're saying will be better than vanilla day 2. It depends on what you're talking about. So if you want to dig into this further, there's a nice, big, juicy few paragraphs on it if you really want to get into it.
Exactly. Okay. So next, SMGs. We're going to kind of do this quick style here.
Go for it.
So SMGs are getting a nerf, except for adaptive. Adaptive are going to get a little buff.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Pulse rifles are getting a slight nerf.
Boo.
So they're going to lose their potency, thankfully. And what?
I'm fine. I'll do good either way.
This has been season of the pulse rifle.
It has been. I'm loving it. And
it's BS.
It's season of the 4-burst pulse rifle. I mean, they're taking away the fall off aim assist by 10% when you have 100 range on a gun. So, okay, yeah. I'll adapt. I'm fine.
Yeah.
You will
so, too. Yeah, because I really don't want to use them. That's my thing. I hate using like what everybody else is using.
But they're so fun to use. Dude, even in Call of Duty, the M16 is what I always use. The little 3-burst rifles are so accurate, man. They're so fun to use.
Eh.
All right. I won't go down a rabbit hole there.
So yeah. So I was glad to see that pulse rifles got a slight nerf there. So at big distances. The Battler is getting a nerf as well.
Good. Reduce that zoom, baby.
Yep. Okay. Sidearms are getting a nerf too.
Boo.
Your boyfriend. I'm sorry.
I love sidearms, man. That's all I've been using. I haven't even used a fusion rifle in ages. Sidearms are where it's at, man. I love sidearms right now. And okay, aim assist is going to be a little less, 10% less. I'm okay with it. Like I said, I'll adjust. I'll just have to practice.
Well, yeah. Exactly, like anybody else would.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right. Okay. Dead Messenger is getting a nerf in PvP.
Good. This was oppressive in comp.
Okay.
Yeah, they would light you up and then one-shot you. It was... Oh, you had no way to defend yourself when you got hit with this three grenade launcher. It was crazy strong. So good.
Interesting. So, there's that. Okay. Dead Man's Tale is getting a
I always think of Converse fails when I see
this.
I feel
falls,
so bad.
Yeah, Converse falls, yeah.
Converse falls, yes. Damn, he's good using that thing, man.
Yeah, I bet he's been enjoying the hell out of it lately.
Mm-hmm. Been seeing a ton of it on PC and comp.
Yeah. It's been a thing. It's out there. It exists.
I actually threw it on the last game. I said, I just got to see what this is all about. Man, I was three shooting people running away from me. It was so crazy powerful. It was nuts. So yeah, I understand why people are using it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I saw like Fallout. He was talking about it and he's like, yeah, I'm so glad they're doing this. And he like in the background is gameplay of him playing with it.
I love that guy. He's hilarious.
Yep. Okay. So, Dead Man's Tale is getting a nerf. They're rolling back some of the changes that they had. Mm-hmm. Perks Revoker is getting a nerf. It now triggers on 2 misses within 6 seconds because, hey, what do you know? When you take away, the power, for it, you can use anything.
Just use the Adored. Just as good.
Yeah. Okay. The future. So coming in Lightfall, they're going to do a heavy weapon balance pass, adding 3.0 subclass verbs to several exotic weapons, tuning kinetic weapons, and adding a new perk to make kinetic weapons more valuable. Curious.
Bungie, if you're listening, please buff the Leviathan's Breast combat bow. I love using this thing. It's so much fun. I know you buffed it. Just give it a little extra. A little more buff. I'll bring this into raids, man. This thing is so powerful. But it's not quite as powerful as some other options out there. So please, Leviathan's Breath, if you're doing a heavy weapons pass like you say you are.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see where they go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, here we are. Okay. Next, Titan's Ramparts. Yeah. It's unreal. Okay. Nobody's going to use Titan Ramparts in PvP.
It's dead.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
I used to use it all the time.
Increase the cooldown of the barricade ability while Titan Ramparts are equipped by 70%.
Yeah. I saw that a lot. Shit. I saw this a lot in comp too. A lot of Titan Ramparts.
I bet.
Barriers.
Of course. Yep. Increase the amount of damage players deal to a Titan barricade by 25%.
All right.
On top of it.
So here's the thing. It's going to take you forever to get one up. And when you finally throw that barrier up, we're going to be able to destroy it really quick.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
so,
dead.
Yeah, they killed it.
Rip.
I mean, holy shit. I'm just stunned. All right. Abilities, thruster, dodge, barricade. And yeah, that's about it because fucking warlocks are fine. Increase the class ability, cooldown time by 20%. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Touch of Thunder, Storm Grenade. They nerfed this, so it's secondary strike damage reduced from 40 to 30.
Oh yeah, I got killed by this so many times. It actually follows you, man. It's crazy strong. This was like
that's a you problem.
It's like an easy kill, man. I mean, it would track you. It would literally follow you around if you didn't get out of the way.
Yeah, so get out of the way.
I did. It still got me.
No, it didn't.
I feel bad.
All right.
Next season. Oh well. Enjoy your claws.
Wah, 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 wah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Titans.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you.
I feel your pain. I do. We get to be Wolverine, but it's not as cool as a rope dart. I'm sorry. Okay. So, way back when, it says here August 2021, which seems a lot longer, I guess. Well, maybe not. They basically, Bungie, they tried to kill the ability to slide and shotgun at the same time. Mm-hmm. And fun fact, it mostly worked. Well, now they've gone ahead and they are reverting it back.
Wow.
So.
You know how many sliding Titan shotgunners killed me in comp? I mean, it was just crazy. It was just no. I mean, if you didn't see it coming, okay, fine. Oh my god!
The world's smallest violin, Gatr.
I know.
The world's smallest violin.
They're nerfing Titans, so whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You know. Yeah. Why bother playing Titan?
I'm still gonna.
Mm-hmm. All right. So there is an emblem for us here for the Year of the Rabbit, the Chinese Zodiac.
Pretty cool.
For anybody interested, you can go to bungie.net/redeem, and the code is T Tango. The fuck is N?
Nancy.
November.
Or November.
It's November. So yeah. So Tango, November. I am fading.
Dickhead.
It's like,
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
Is that DH?
DK. Do you have your glasses on?
Let me get my readers.
Put your readers on. You're in the over 40 club now.
Hey, asshat.
Sorry.
All right, here we go. All right, I got it. So it is Tango, November, Delta, Kilo, Mike, 6, Lima, Gamma, or Golf. And you put that into bungie.net/redeem and you will get a snazzy new emblem that's all red and got bunnies on it.
Done and done.
So, fun fact for you there. All right. Also, they have some loot in there too in the store where you can get like bunny stuff and
it was a cool emote.
Yeah.
Just wasn't worth 3,250 bread dust.
Yeah, no. I've got 10,000 bright dust. I don't know how the fuck that happened.
Save it for the season, man.
So, unclaimed older Prime gaming loot is about to expire. So, have you gotten your Prime gaming loot? So, if not, go pick it up. Do the thing with the thing on the thing. Okay. It's like Destiny, but for your phone. They have some art.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Screensaver,
exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly. The wallpapers. Yeah.
Yeah. I already got the one, the overhead view. Like when you play
the
that
Earth.
Yeah. It's so great.
Yep.
I would love to figure out how to put that
solo.
into our logo. I would love to figure out how to do that.
Yeah. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, shit's broken.
Mm-hmm.
Stadia, people, for the 4 of you that were on there.
My God.
If you went to log in and you couldn't, it's because Stadia died.
And they only told you 2,800 times. So I have no sympathy. I'm sorry.
Ouch.
I don't.
Ouch,
they
man.
they drive us nuts with
all
the times they've reminded us.
Damn, man.
Fine.
Man. It's not about you, man.
Red Solo's already in our clan, so we're good.
Yep. There was another one too. There was a woman that was on Stadia too.
Yeah, yeah.
So I hope she got the message.
Well, God, I hope so.
Okay, so there we go. So yeah, so apparently some people, or one person actually had their account deleted somehow, some way. On Bungie's side, it took a bunch of people to get it right. There were some other people that said the same thing happened to them, but those were, fake. So, file that under shit's broken.
There it is.
Okay. Movies. Art. And a goodbye from Hippie, which says, hey, you know what? Bungie has a new Twitter handle. It is Destiny 2 Team.
Good.
And then, so you can see that there, and they will go ahead and you can reply to them there. You can tag them, and that way it goes to pretty much all the community managers. So you don't need to tag the community managers, but you can still follow.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't be a dickhead. So, with the community managers, again, you can always still follow them. They're going to still, tell you things and do their normal Twittery things. But, just don't be dickheads.
That's great.
I don't know what you'd call a woman who's a dickhead.
I'm not going to touch it. No, I'm not even touching that, dude.
So, hey, hit us in the show feedback. No, don't do that.
No, please don't.
So, all right.
Can I just say, I'm so happy with all the female gamers that we have in our Discord. I love it. It's so refreshing. I mean, I love you dudes. I do. I really do. But, our community is getting so diverse now. I'm loving this, and everyone's excited. It's great, man. I never thought I'd come to this. I really didn't.
Yep, exactly. I mean, it is awesome stuff. I'm really excited for where we're going with this, in the future with the game. I mean, and let alone our podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Well said. Okay. Anything else, Hazel?
No, I've said a lot.
God, so I need a cigarette.
I don't. Yeah, really. I need one for a while. So sorry, Raph.
I need a drink is what I meant to say. Oh shit. Anyway. All right. Well, let's get to our community questions. Can't wait to see what hit the inbox this week. We'll be right back. Hey, Guardians. Would you like to send a question for the show to us? There are 4 ways to do it.
You can join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, and you can just lurk and hang out, or jump right in and talk with us. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com. Or we occasionally tweet about our upcoming show and guest, and you can respond there with your question. At Guardian_D_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast, all one word, and we'll play it on the show.
Thanks for all you guys and gals do for our show. It really is great. And Toddles.
And later, Guardian.
Hey man, that's my line. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite time of the show. This is where we get our questions from you, our community, whether it is through a SpeakPipe, our voicemail system for our show, which is at speakpipe.com/Guardian Downcast, or through our Discord, which our Discord community is discord.gg/Guardian Downcast if you want to join up. A lot of great people in here. And we have a question. We have a questions for our show channels in here where you can put a question for the show. And I'm going to start with a SpeakPipe, Hazel. Let's go with Uncle Scumdeath.
Hello, Scumdeath here. Question for the show. Have you ever had a really bad glitch in a raid? If so, what happened? Love the show, guys. Love you all. Goodbye.
That's a good question. A glitch in a raid, right? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh man, we used to have. I'll go first. We used to have to play King's Fall back in Destiny 1. Like on Monday nights, everyone's trying to get their final stuff, and man, it was so glitchy. I think the biggest glitch in King's Fall for me was when the ogres would teleport. And you would have a bomb like out of place trying to do the final bomb, you know, on orcs. And, that you try to kill the ogres and they would just teleport to the middle of the screen, right to the middle of the area. And it's out of sync, of course. So we'd have to wipe and get them all reset. And then it'd be several times before it would finally sink in. It was always on a Monday night before reset because everyone was online trying to get their stuff done before the reset. So that'd be mine. You got one?
No.
That's fun.
I mean, not one that comes to mind.
You've been lucky.
I mean, yeah. I mean, shit happens, of course. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, all you do is you just wipe or go to orbit and you come back and you're good. But nothing really that's like utterly and completely heartbreaking. But coincidentally, I will share this though.
Go for it.
So in the course of this, Hawkslayer messaged me and says, "Hey, can you please do me a huge favor? I'm trying to get Div. I'm at the final boss. I need one person to help."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, I'm podcasting. This is like where I would.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it's garden too. So I'm like, I would need all my faculties to.
That's a tough raid
to do that. Yeah. So, and then he just messaged me here and goes, he's like, OMFG, bro, the boss glitched and I didn't transition after the damage phase. So we just kept damaging the boss till he finally died.
Nice.
He's like, I have Div now.
Nice. Well, that's a good glitch.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not bad. Nice. All right,
if we can clone that,
oh man,
let us know how to do it. Okay, Hawkslayer.
Yeah. Did you record the game? Never mind. All right, Hazel, what do we get in the Discord? We got some good questions tonight, man.
Yeah, we have a shit ton of questions. So here we go. I kind of feel like this is 2022 all over again with these questions.
You know, I was just thinking that. I'm like, yeah, we've streamlined we've separated out the questions like Destiny questions and random life questions and stuff, but we still have so many questions, dude. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see.
I'm gonna blame Rodimus.
We'll see by Lightfall how many we have stacked up. Oh God.
Yep.
We'll try to get it through a lot.
Tonight. Yep. So, this is from Aphelion by Champion Prime. Question for the show. What are some of your favorite weapon perks on some of your favorite weapon types and archetypes? Personally, I love perks that help with ad clear on primaries like Firefly, Voltshot, Dragonfly, etc. Hit me with some of your favorite combos.
Well, for me right now, I'm loving Headseeker on pulse rifles. I was doing I had some of my comp footage in the background on some of my shorts, and the guy goes, dude, quit aiming for center mass. This isn't real life. Just go for the head. I'm like, dude, I have Headseeker on this gun, and you get more damage, and you can actually two burst people if you follow up from center mass and work up to the head. That's why they call it a Headseeker. And because of that, I get a buff and damage if I hit body shots first. I'm loving Headseeker right now. I have it on several really good rifles, all different archetypes too. And, that's what I'm loving right now. As far as a favorite weapon perk. You got one?
Nice. Yeah, I threw together a build and it's fucking disgusting. And it all revolves around the hero's burden.
The Void, Iron Banner submachine gun?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta hear this.
It has repulsor brace. So,
okay.
So basically defeating a void debuffed target grants an overshield.
And let me guess, you're doing your little dodge to debuff them.
Yeah, buddy. So, and I'm running Gerfalcon.
Yep.
On top of it. So it's basically just like I always have an overshield. I have Devour on top of it.
Not jealous.
So it's just insane. It's like I got hit by something, I forget what, and it didn't even touch me, basically. It didn't even do anything to me just because of how it was working.
Well, I have to debuff with a grenade. So that's how I get it, repulsor brace to kick in, but all you have to do is just freaking it's disgusting. I don't want to hear any gripe from you hunters out there.
Hashtag Warlock problems.
Warlocks are going to be in a good place next season. I'm not going to complain.
Warlocks are in a good place this season.
They are. They are.
Fucking start with me. That bullshit.
They are.
They need to get fucking hit with the hammer.
No, they don't. No, just ignore that.
Yeah.
We're good. All good.
Yeah, man.
There's a reason there's not many of us in Crucible.
The Warlock team. What are you talking about?
It's
bastards are all over the place.
No, it's mainly hunters and Titans. Oh my God, the Titans are everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, next question.
Yes, please.
All right. I'm going to kind of skip around here a little bit. Hammer Crasher asks, question for the show. Are we headed for the dark future? Seems like the elements are in place. The Black Fleet is in the Soul system. The next DLC is Lightfall.
Well, I mean, they say this is the end, right? Callus wants a front seat. He wants a front row seat, right, to watch it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. Come on now. Get real.
That's my favorite soundbite from you. It's not going to happen, man. I come up with these crazy predictions. You're like, it's not going to happen, man. That's my favorite soundbite.
I just don't think that Bungie's, again, I don't think Bungie's got the cojones to fucking give us something heartbreaking.
Uh-huh.
I'm serious.
Okay.
I just don't think they do. I just don't think that they're,
oh my God.
I don't think that they're going to do it.
Would that be a mic drop if that's how the Light and Dark saga ended? Everyone just disappeared? Oh my
I would lose
God.
My shit.
You never know, man.
They're not going to do it. You know good and damn well they're going to end this with some happy, joy bullshit ending.
That's going to go in a short. I've got to clip that shit.
I'm serious. You know it, man. We're all going to hold hands with the Traveler and sing Kumbaya, and it's going to...
It's going to be a Star Wars. It's going to be a Star Wars ending. It's going to be a Star Wars ending.
No, that's after, man. That's after.
All right.
But I'm just serious though. I mean, you know that we're all going to hold hands, sing Kumbaya, and then
we talked about this, how they really can't.
Yeah, the witness is just going to go like, "Oh, my heart's growing 3 sizes."
I don't think that's going to happen. I think the witness is going to blow up.
Yeah, quite possibly.
But we talked about this, how they really can't get too. They can't get too crazy in the drama or the story because this is a T for teen game. I don't know,
man. I mean, you can do some stuff in some T for teen games.
You could. But is Bungie going to?
No.
Okay. Answers the question.
Let me know what you think. Hit me up with
show
your thoughts,
feedback and please at Hazel NT, please, in the Discord. Let them know how you feel.
Yeah. If you want to see him sing Kumbaya at the end, let me know. Okay.
God almighty.
Okay. One more question here. Actually, I know the answer to this one. So Hades asks, so the puppy is safe and going to the tower, but where would you put it?
Ooh. I haven't played this part yet, so I'll let you answer that.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's about where would you put the dog? So,
how about next to Shaxx?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Were you really?
I mean,
oh shit. Yeah. You're not even a Crucible guy.
You know what would be cool though? If they put it where Cade used to be.
There's your Hunter Vanguard. Okay. I'm getting dark. Sorry. Oh, God. Okay. I'm in a mood. Okay. Let's do a speak pipe. And Lord Silent has another theory since he was right on the last one. Let's see what he thinks this time. Boy. I can't wait.
It's Kumbaya.
We'll see.
What's going on, guys? It's Silent. So I have another theory because my last one was correct. Can't remember last time from that mission if I was correct or not. But I believe that the whole thing from last week's mission is, we're trying to stop Zero Wrath from opening an ascendant plane above the Earth and the Traveler. Right. So clearly that is what the witness wants, is for her to start a war on Earth so that when he comes in, he can finish off whoever's left and take the Traveler and kill him or whatever. I think that any of our attempts, we don't fight the war, we somehow try to fight a war with her, but she's going to take control of the war stats. She's going to open an ascendant plane above the Earth and the Traveler. And the Earth is going to be either destroyed or somewhat destroyed. But I am pretty sure that it's going to be ending with us leaving Earth and abandoning everything to go to Neomuna. Because from the Lightfall trailer, there is a part of the trailer where our Guardian is on a ship and we go into like a light jump or a space jump, whatever it's called. And there behind the Guardian is the Traveler's not there. It's no longer at the last city. So I'm pretty sure what's going to be happening is that the Traveler is going to leave again and we're going to follow the Traveler to Neomuna. And that's going to become our new social space. But the tower and everything is going to be destroyed for good this time. So I think the last city is going to be gone for good. Let me know what you guys think of this. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. But thank you, Sken. Have a good one.
Today is January 20th, 2023. Just for the record. God, do you imagine if that happens?
It's not going to happen. Well, it might on paper.
That sounds feasible, man.
It might on paper. I'll say that. I've got a thought though.
Okay. You want to share it?
First though, what do you think?
I think that's feasible, man, because I'm trying to think, why are we going to what's it called? Neomuna?
Yeah, Neomuna.
Why are we having to fly there? And it's hyperspace is the correct term, Lord Silent. Oh man. We would kind of have I don't know. I think the Traveler might leave. gosh, man. I mean, I don't remember what happened in the darkness. Did the Traveler leave when the darkness moved in? It had to, wouldn't it? It had to have to survive the darkness when it moved in during the Golden Age.
Oh, if I know.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
it just left the Fallen, right? It was like,
yeah, it left the Fallen
peace
came to us. So I'm wondering if it just jumps to like certain civilizations when the shit gets crazy, you know? I don't know. That does sound very feasible. Man, if that happens, dude, I'll buy you a damn Amazon gift card if that happens. I'll tell you right here on the record, if that happens, Lord Silent, one, I know you work for Bungie. Now you're leaking it to me. That's okay. We'll keep it between us. Damn, if that happens, that's going to be great. That's going to be awesome. It'll be another Destiny 2 beginning, right? Where we're down to no light. We're down to scrapping around and we'll be starting all over if we're leaving the tower. Man, I don't know. That's out there. You asked me what I thought. I think it's out there, but it's feasible. I could see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's your thought?
Okay. So my thought is that one, I don't think that Bungie is going to take away our light subclasses for an extended period of time.
Okay.
I said it in the Discord. I forget to who, but I said something like, I would love to see Bungie take away our light subclasses for like a week.
Wow. Yeah. Then we, yeah. I mean,
make us use the darkness stuff like Stasis and Strand for like a week. True.
Okay. I can see that.
But I don't think Bungie has the cojones to do it. I hope they do though.
Down. All right. You know, they worked like 3 seasons ahead of us, right?
Well, exactly. Right. Yeah. So my thought is this, okay, is that I could see his idea happening with one twist.
Okay.
How mind blowing would this be? So the Earth gets basically, sucked up into the Ascendant Plane.
Mm-hmm.
And we start fighting Callus and drawing the witness to us versus Zevo of Wrath.
And the Ascendant Plane?
Zevo of Wrath has got Earth and the Ascendant Plane, and,
Mm-hmm. So you're saying we're going to have to go in the Ascendant Plane with Earth and fight?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
So I'm saying that, so we're fighting Callus on Neomuna, drawing the witness to us.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically come to find out, we kill the witness, and then Zevo of Wrath goes like, hey, I'm opening the Ascendant Plane. Earth comes back because she talked to Savathun and knows that they both got screwed over by the worm. And they all sing Kumbaya at the end.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll find out in 5 weeks, right? So the math was right there.
Well, no, it's going to be longer than that. I mean, my thing is going to be at the end of the saga.
Okay.
Because I think Earth will be gone for pretty much most of Neomuna, I'm guessing. If they're going to do it, I don't know. I still think Earth is still going to be there.
They said they weren't sunsetting any more things. So maybe Earth will be different. Maybe the Cosmodrome will be looking a little different. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still just don't think that Bungie has the cojones to destroy Earth either.
Maybe they don't have the bandwidth to do it. I mean, let's get real here. That's a lot of change.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of content that they would leave.
Interesting. Well, we will see.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he mentioned this is what's going to happen at the season end, going into the season, I think is what he's referring to. That Zevo Wrath is actually going to be successful at opening the Ascendant Plane because the Warsets are just going to have to. I mean, one thing I did remember, now that he started talking about it, is that Rasputin actually admitted openly that he actually thought about destroying the Traveler. And at last minute, he made the decision not to. So, thought that was interesting. That was probably the most interesting part of this week's story. Spoiler alert. A little late. But anyway. Yeah. Interesting stuff, guys. I don't know. We'll have to see. 5 weeks.
Very interesting.
Man, good questions. All right. What do we got in the Discord?
All right. 1 second here. I got a message here to add somebody. We're adding Dad McNasty to
the Goop Troop?
The Goop Troop.
Nice. Congrats.
Love it. We need more Goop Troop members.
It keeps growing. They keep helping more and more people.
There we are. Done. All right. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm getting tagged by all the Goop Troop stuff. Okay. Here we go. Questions. There was a question I wanted to answer or ask because it kind of fit right in line with it. Okay. So Hades asks, question for the show. I was just looking at the lore and stuff on Zivu. Considering she managed to snuff the light out of Osiris mid double sword super, and the Death Singers stuff, we have to deal with I'm sorry, wait a minute, let me fucking start that over. All right. Question for the show. I was just looking at lore and stuff on Zivu. Considering she managed to snuff the light out of Osiris mid double sword super, and the Death Singers stuff we have to deal with in this season, I really hope they don't make her as easy to kill as Savathun or that worm on Mars. I reckon she has to be a raid boss. What do you think? Are we going to be able to strike boss her for a year or so, or is it going to be tough?
I think we're going to be done with her either way at the end of the season. I think she'll be moving on. Like Savathun, put aside.
What if she's the raid boss
for the next raid?
Yeah,
I can see that happening too. Maybe we have to go into some ascendant plane area to fight her. I don't know what good that would do, but I'm sure Bungie would figure that out story wise.
I hope that doesn't happen because, I mean, you figure we had Savathun. Granted, we didn't, she wasn't a raid boss, but then we have, Oryx. I mean, I don't know. It just seems kind of overdone, but I was
looking at the trailer they played this week, and it looked to me like the raid, you were going in some kind of machine or some kind of building or some kind of mechanical, futuristic device, not a throne world. So, or a Senate plane. So I don't know.
Well, it looked like, what was it?
It wasn't a dark ship. It wasn't a pyramid ship. It was something else. More colorful.
No, it looked like, the thing from Season of the Splicer.
Yeah. Very colorful. Like something Vexy.
Yeah. Hades even threw that out there. Expunge.
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of looked like that. The building or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, I loved Expunge. I mean, it looked like there was a bunch of Cabal out there.
Yeah. Well, it's a great thing, man. Please, Bungie, don't spoil it. Don't tell us too much more.
I don't think that's the raid, though.
Nice, though. You don't think so? You don't think it's a raid? It's maybe just part of the story?
Yeah, or part of the season.
Man, I'll tell you what. I'll just say this. If Bungie pulls off another Witch Queen campaign with this new expansion, I am so damn excited right now. A Witch Queen campaign was one of the best campaigns I played in a long time, and I was invested in that campaign, and it wasn't easy either. That was a great campaign. If you guys have not played that campaign, you coming back to Destiny right now, first thing you need to do is get your ass over to the place where you, craft the guns. I never remember the Enclave. Go to the Enclave and play that first mission. Get in there and start playing it before the season ends. Because that part, I believe, goes away, doesn't it? When Lightfall drops?
No.
You don't think so? The campaign?
No.
Oh, it's just the seasonal stuff.
Beyond Light's still there. Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you, it is, if you need something to do till the end of the season here, definitely jump into it. Play a story a night. It's that much fun. And it's not easy. You'll have a ball doing it. All right. I'm off my soapbox. All right. Let's see. That's one. What else we got?
Okay. Yeah. So, here's a quick one here. So Hades, still a spooky pirate. It says, question for the Hazel Get Good NT. How did it feel to get the dungeon exotic by cheesing off someone else's checkpoint? You put your pinky away.
Just mentioned you didn't cheese it. You just cheesed the catalyst.
Exactly. So, suck it, Hades.
Suck it, Hades. I mean, yeah. He's got a couple of speak pipes, too. I can barely hear you, Hades, on these speak pipes. You got to speak up, buddy. I don't know where you're recording these. I don't know if Parlous is sleeping. You're in the closet or something when you're saying these, but you got to speak up, man. You'll see when I play them. All right. Well, let's do one more question, and then we'll go to a speak pipe.
Okay. I'm going to go to something topical here.
All right.
Okay. So, with blues going away and a small amount of glimmer dropping in their place, how many additional hours a week will you spend collecting every last little piece of glimmer while doing bounties? That's from Larman, Kentucky.
Oh, I'll be doing every bit because that's a waste to leave it on the ground. And by the way, if you don't pick it up off the ground, it's gone. You move on to the next part of the raid or whatever. That's directed at me.
Okay.
It's directed at me. I know it is.
I know. Yeah, it is. Yeah. None. Whatever. There we go. Okay.
So wasteful.
Tell me about it.
Oh, you're talking about me being wasteful? Okay, whatever. Time waster. Okay, I got you.
See, I had this talk with my mom because she's retired and she has infinite time.
Mm-hmm.
And you have infinite time as well.
I don't have infinite time. I have very little time to play like I used to. But when I'm in that encounter and there's a ton of glimmer all over, I'll make the trail. All right, fine.
It gives me chills just thinking about it.
All right, let's do a speak pipe. This one is, hopefully you can hear it. It's from Hades.
Yo, what up guys, Hades here. My question for you is, you need to do something intrinsic to the two subclasses that you dislike most. That's kind of massively buffed them to the point that it's slightly broken and people are going to complain. What are you doing? My example would be, make it so that Titan Punch is intrinsically anti-square one champion. Unstoppable? Yeah, that one. Is an unstoppable mod, just intrinsic, built into it. Love you both.
Well, we just talked about that tonight. Did you hear that message, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, then we just talked about that. Jolting targets will stop. Is it Unstoppables?
Yeah, I mean, no, Blind will do that.
That's right.
Jolt will do Overload.
Jolt is what I'm thinking of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one. Something intrinsic. Oof.
I'm just going to say it. Bring Shatter back.
Oh my God.
Bring my Shatter back.
Me.
I got this giant ball that everyone runs from, and I always end up hitting a wall or something with it when I throw it. Whoa.
Whoa. Kids listen to our show.
Oh, the Slova bomb. I'll throw that. It'll hit a corner of something, and all of a sudden it's useless. Or I'll jump in the air and throw the single
whips.
I'll use the single Nova bomb. The one is from classic Destiny 1, and I'll hit a ledge in front of me and almost kill myself.
That's amazing.
Just I want to be able to jump over a rock and throw 3 little mini balls, boom, just like that, and destroy everything in front.
Nobody's gonna run Shatter. Nobody.
Yes, they will. Oh yeah, they will. Oh yeah. People want Shatter back. Hashtag bring Shatter back.
Oh my God.
Is that how you do it? The hashtag thing?
God, I hate my life.
Oh, God. Okay. What else we got in the Discord?
Well, wait, I got to answer.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's what I meant to say. What intrinsic?
Okay.
What intrinsic?
Intrinsic thing. So Gatr kind of didn't do intrinsic, but I'm not going to do intrinsic either. I love you though, Hades. But, so I hate everything Warlock. Mainly because Warlock has a lot of static things. like you have to be standing still to do it. So you put down a rift, you're stuck. You put down a well, you're stuck. You know, you're not, it's not mobile.
You mean when you jump in the air and just throw a giant ball of void energy to somebody? That's not mobile?
You know that there are 2 or 3 other subclasses, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So my idea would be this, to make me possibly want to play as a warlock, would be give me the ability to either put my rift or my well as a ball around me.
Have it follow you.
Exactly.
Like that.
So that way I could have people with me, and then, you know, I could go out and actually do shit.
Yeah, that's always a pain in Crucible, too, when you throw a rift down and you're stuck in that area. You almost are hurting yourself, because one, they can see the rift. It's like red from the enemy's point of view, so they know you have a rift down. And they also know you're not going to move from it, because that's where your healing energy is.
Yeah.
So almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, I don't know. I probably still wouldn't do it because I hate the fucking jump. But, yeah.
Takes skill to use that jump. Not everybody can master it.
It takes patience to use the jump, honestly.
Not everyone can master
that's what I don't have. I don't have patience for it, because I like moving and getting to someplace as quickly as possible. And then dropping not like 4 days from now.
All right. We'll go round and round on that one. All right. What else we got?
All right. So, Trash Panda. Favorite exotic weapon armor combo?
Ooh, it's easy for me. Weapon and armor. I mean, exotic weapon and armor, or just exotic armor and a weapon?
I think it's pretty much open.
Okay. That's easy to do. Go to my loadouts. For PvE, I'm talking about PvE here. You cannot go wrong with the Controverse Hold gauntlets. If you're a Voidlock and you just want to debuff stuff all day long and get your grenade back like really quick, you cannot beat the Controverse Hold. And I have, of course, well makers that throw out a bunch of void wells. And when I get those, I actually am buffed. I'm buffing my damage, and at the same time, I'm able to take less damage just from picking up that well. And let's use the Telesto with it. There we go. Sounds good. Oh. I like that setup. Hell yeah.
So much Warlock talk. Ugh.
Whatever, man.
This is like, I don't know, my idea of hell.
This is Warlock life. All right. What's your setup?
Okay. So my setup. Okay, I'm on my Titan. It's Loreley and a hammer.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving on.
Crutch. Oh, excuse me. I had a cough. Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell on the mic there.
Let's see you get somewhere quickly in a raid.
Okay. I'll be floating above you.
Yeah, exactly. You will be. And as I'm running past your ass, like underneath you, like,
I'll just be cruising above you, just watching from above.
Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why y'all ain't in Crucible, apparently.
We're in Crucible. Okay. All right, never mind.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Okay. I just said there's less of us in Crucible. So,
3 Fingers 60. I need to move on from this to random life questions at some point, but these are some good damn.
They're good, man. I want to answer them. I do. We'll do like some of the other podcasts. Just leave the random ass questions at the end, and the answer maybe a couple every week. That way we get some hard hitting questions every week. I like these.
Yeah, we'll see. 3 Fingers 60. Question for the show. What does everyone think that Bungie will do when Destiny hits 10 years? Do you think they will get some type of event in game or something else?
It'll be the end of the Light and Dark saga, right? Supposedly, if everything clicks in the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And we'll be moving on to another iteration of Destiny, is what they're saying.
That is true.
That's my belief. That's what I'm counting on. let's just say our podcast, if we decide to keep doing it, is going to have a long life. Because Destiny's awesome, and I don't see Destiny stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Kudos to Hades for...
You didn't answer the question.
Oh, I was going to say, real quick here. Kudos to Hades for his answer. He said, a new Gambit map.
Damn you, Hades. I swear he wakes up every morning just to see what he can do to get under my skin.
I love it. I love it so much. What are we going to get for 10 years? I don't know. I think it's going to be business as usual. I think they're just going to keep on going.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
If Bungie continues to shake things up, like looks like they are with build crafting and stuff, keeping us interested in new ways of playing the game, and they keep evolving as a game, then it can go past 10 years. It can. And then we're going to start having nostalgia where people love to play the game because they played it 10 years ago. Yeah. When they were a little tyke, you know?
Yep. And then they'll come out with Destiny Online, and it'll be all of D1. And
I have no energy to fight you on that. You got me. All right.
You're like, I like that idea. Let's go with it.
Yeah, I like that. Let's do it.
All right. So Hades has another question here. Question for the show. As we're getting close to them going away, what are your top 3 seasonal weapons that everyone should craft before Lightfall?
Only 3?
Yes.
Fine. Only 3. Okay. You want to start? We can ping pong if you want. 3.
Yeah,
right?
we'll do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so my first one. Okay. Part of me wants to go with like a PvP weapon just to like throw a Gatr off. I would say Brigand's Law. Yeah, it's from Plunder. It's the sidearm, and it can get Volt Shot on it. Like, I think it's like the second perk that you can get on this thing. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely a PvE god roll kind of thing.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite weapons from that season. There's not many, but that's one of them. I'm a big fan of, okay, I got to start out with the obvious here. You need to get the Disparity Pulse Rifle crafted. There's so many ways you can craft it, depending on your play style. This is a must, and this is my number one thing on my target right now, on my list. I don't have all the red frames yet, the red bars yet, whatever. Red squares, frames, whatever. So, that's my first thing on my list before the season's over. So that would be mine. The Disparity. It's the aggressive 4 bullet burst aggressive pulse rifle. The Disparity. All right. What's your next one?
Okay. Hey, quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Should I do the Disparity or the Retrofit Escapade? I know they nerfed.
Well, I just did the Disparity.
Well, no, I mean, I'm buying red frames.
You are right now? Yeah. What's the other one? Well, remember that machine gun, they nerfed it a little bit. It doesn't.
They nerfed it. Yeah, they nerfed it.
I have a better solution than the Retrofit that you should craft. If you have to choose and you only have so much time, that'll be my next one.
All right. Anyway, I just went with the Disparity.
Yeah, it's a good pulse rifle.
Okay. My next one that I would recommend. No, all these weapons are shit.
Must be looking at Plunder. Sorry. Had to go there.
No. I'm going to go with the Explosive Personality. It's a grenade launcher from Season of the Risen.
War Table.
It's a wave frame.
Yeah, I've got this one too. Crafted.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Yeah, it's a wave frame, and it's
solar, right? I think so.
Yes, it is.
Yep. Yeah, I like that one. It's a good weapon.
I just bought the red frame for the Disparity. Moving Target Headseeker.
I hate you. Okay. The next one you have.
I don't need to craft it.
What? Just whatever.
Luck.
Jesus. I'm a big fan of the War Table. If I was to pick any of the seasons this year from the Witch Queen campaign, the War Table has loads of great weapons, and I'm only allowed to pick 3. So you said the Retrofit Escapade. Should you craft that one? I think there's a better one. There is from the War Table, the Recurrent Impact machine gun. If they're really going to buff or redo heavy weapons next season, do another pass on them. If you get subsistence and some other great perks on this rifle, I don't have mine up right now, but I have mine crafted just the way I want it. You know what? I'm going to just pull it up. Let's just go to it. I'll tell you the roll I got on it because people are going to ask me anyway. The Recurrent Impact. I have, no, not recurrent. Yeah.
Yeah. Recurrent
I'm
impact.
getting confused. There's so many machine guns. I keep it in my inventory all the time on my character as I'm looking for it. Where'd I move it? There it is. I love this machine gun. I have one with tap the trigger, subsistence, steady rounds, arrowhead break. Arrowhead break just makes it like a laser. It just takes all the recoil away. It has just a slight pull to the right because it is a big machine gun. It's going to pull a little bit, but my God, this 900, this is the most fun 900 rapid fire frame, machine gun I've ever used. And you could just load up on a boss with it, especially with subsistence. And, if you're destroying ads and then going right back to the boss, you can shoot for days. Huge magazine. A lot of other things you can do with it, but, I have a beautiful one. It's just a gorgeous gun. All right. So that's my second one. So I have one more pick.
Yep.
All right. What's your?
I was looking at my Recurrent Impact. Mike, mine has a 98 recoil direction.
Mm-hmm. Mine's 88 because, arrowhead break. It helps with,
Yeah. I have arrowhead break on mine. I also threw on a counterbalance stock.
I don't know if I do on mine. Let me look here. Oh, that's why. I don't have any. Actually, because it's an 83, which is just, it's almost a directly up and down. I put backup mag on it. I get plus 30 in the ammo mag and plus 21 magazine. So like I said, with subsistence, you just never reload. You just blow away ads and keep firing. I love this. I love this gun. All right. That's my second one. What is your second one?
I think it's my third one.
Oh, I mean your third one. Yes. That's what
the Callus Mini Tool.
Yeah. That's a good pick.
Yeah. I mean, it's super good. It just mows through everything. Mm-hmm. So, yep. Incandescent and Unrelenting is a pretty good, pretty good perk combination on that.
I just crafted mine. That was one thing I missed from the season when it went away, and I made sure I went back and got it. Yeah, it's a great little submachine gun. Smooth as butter. And you can use it with your Mida multi-tool too to get even more perks with it. So I talked about it in my Monument to Lost Light video. Okay, my last one. I have to go back to the War Table, man. The Peace of Mind pulse rifle is the most fun pulse rifle I've ever had, and it is just brutal in the Crucible right now. It's a rapid fire frame, and I'll give you my load. I got it crafted too. I am like level 60 something on it. And excuse me, I'm sorry if I'm coughing. I'm trying to hold it back. This stays on my side, on my Warlock all the time. Elemental Capacitor, because I'm a Void Lock. Heating Up, which is always a great perk. High caliber rounds and small bore. Just destroys. It really does. It has almost a vertical recoil. It has 73 recoil. But the aim assistance is very strong on it at 82. And the stability's not bad. 63, it's average, but it's a rapid fire frame. It doesn't feel like it though. It feels like a frickin' dart when I shoot it. So yeah, that's my third and last one. If I had to pick 3.
Yeah. How about a bonus one?
All right. Thank you. Yes. Go ahead.
So I'm going to go with, I'm going to kind of cheat the system here. I'm going to say one or both of the glaives from either Season of the Haunted or this season. So basically it's, there's an arc glaive Nezarec's Whisper. And then there's I want to say Solar Glaive. Maybe Void for this season, for Season of the Seraph.
It's solar.
Yeah, it's solar. Mm-hmm. It's solar. Yeah. One. Judgment of Kelgarath. Mm-hmm. Because Unstoppable Force is kind of crazy. Mm. So blocking damage with your shield increases projectile damage for a short time.
Okay. I'm going to go with a sniper rifle because I use this one a lot. I have a lot of kills on it, and it is just fantastic. It's a throwback, legendary. And that's the beloved sniper rifle from Season of the Haunted. And it's craftable at the, where is it craftable? Crown of Sorrow in the helm. And remember, this goes away, right? These are going away. Yes. Yeah, so you got to craft them before the season ends. And my roll on mine, I'll tell you what mine is here. God, so many good sniper rifles. I've been lucky in that respect. Oh my God, there's another one too, Thoughtless.
As Gatr begins to panic.
I am beginning to panic because where the hell's my beloved? Oh my God. Okay. I had an ornament on it. That's what screwed me up. Okay. Whew. Okay. Of course, incandescent. This is a PvE build. Snapshot sights, high caliber rounds, and fluted barrel. The barrels and stuff you can play around with, but I use it for damage, actually. I have a boss spec on it with incandescent. And snapshot sights, I just like being able to snap to a sight when I'm using a sniper rifle. I could actually use this in a Crucible too. Incandescent does work in the Crucible. Really good aim assist. Average aim assist, but it just feels good. The sight on it and stuff, just a feel good rifle. So it's one of my favorite sniper rifles. It actually reminds me of the Adored. It's very similar to the Adored. So yeah, that would be my bonus one.
Nice.
Good question, Hades. You actually had a good one tonight, man. Just kidding. Let's go to the speak pipe. I've got one from, oh boy, Hammer Crasher has a rant. You ready for this?
Oh boy.
Buckle up.
Hammer Crasher 32 here. Kind of a rant about the Iron Banner ranking system. But I guess with the new TWAB, they kind of addressed it somewhat. So I only get to really play Tuesday and Wednesday nights, and I played quite a bit of Iron Banner on both of those nights. But the way they have the multiplier set up, you can only, the later you play in the week, the more multiplier you have. So I played all my games Tuesday and Wednesday, and it didn't count for much of anything. And after playing what seemed like a whole lot of Iron Banner, and having the gear on, and the emblem, and all that mess, by the time Iron Banner went away, no reset. Not even one. I don't know how you guys get to. Anyway, that kind of irritated me. I'm glad they fixed it.
Okay, good rant, Hammer Crasher. Like I just cuts off. You probably saw his 3 minutes was up. Yeah, well, what they did fix it because they took away it wasn't as powerful, right? The multiplier, and it was more about the gear having more power.
Yeah. Just
for that very reason, because some people don't have time to play on the weekend. They have to work or have family or whatever. So yeah. Anything to add to that?
No, but I'm right there with you, man. It's a slog, but it's definitely going to be less of a slog when it comes back around. So that's a good thing.
It is. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a double reset. I'm 3/4 of the way, I think. And I'm like you, man. I didn't play on the weekend either. I played on Thursday and Tuesday.
Yeah, I hit one reset on Monday.
Oof.
And I'm like, all right, so I just need one more reset. And so I'm like, I'm going to knuckle down and get that.
Yeah, you played late, man. I remember.
I did. I was up until like 3 a.m.
Yeah, you played late. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Looking at the clock here, you want to grab, let's see. Let's go with, yeah, I got one more speak pipe, and we'll go out with that one, and then whatever you want to finish up on with the Discord.
Okay.
So go ahead with the Discord, and I'll finish up with our speak pipe.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said
No, I know. I phrased it the opposite. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Here we go. Let's see here.
Is it easier to go through the questions now, or is it just as hard?
Well,
are you deleting them
fact,
when you answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm deleting them.
That's good.
What makes it hard is the fact that there's so many damn good ones.
There is. Well, remember, we have next week too. We'll have have some guests. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
maybe
I'm looking at the.
Well, I was just thinking ahead here. Maybe leave the goofy questions that aren't Destiny related for next week.
Yeah, or maybe we can kind of
talk to them as separate.
Tweak, not really tweak them, but just maybe trying to alter them a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So fine. Going back to Destiny questions.
All right.
Okay. Here we are. Poor Rodimus.
Why poor Rodimus?
Not really poor Rodimus. Everybody's giving him grief about the deleting questions that aren't questions and things like this.
Oh.
So.
Well, I mean,
Mohawk.
It is for questions.
Yeah. So I've got two here. So Mohawk Angel.
Okay.
Will Destiny player at Champion Prime Bear ever obey his own rules?
I added the bear part because people were poking the bear. So I just put bear in parentheses next to his name. I said, dude, why are you poking the bear? So people knew who the bear was I was referring to. Will he ever obey his own rules?
No.
All right, I'll go with you on that.
No, he will. He will.
He's been pretty.
He's like that.
He's been a good manager in our Discord. I have to say that he's been. You know, he's probably not the popular guy in the Discord as much as some others. So, but he's trying to. We brought him on as a mod to help organize the Discord, and he's doing just that. So, good on him.
Exactly. Okay, so the next question here, the actual real one here, okay.
Haze's favorite had a good one too. Frostbite.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
two good ones.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we'll ask one of them. We'll ask one of them. We'll ask one of them before we go.
Yeah.
We owe it to him.
We do?
Well, I mean, yeah.
So, I missed his episode, so yeah. All right. Here we go. From Frostbite. Question for the show. I know I don't post many questions, but thought I'd throw one out there. Legendary and Master Lost sectors need a better drop rate for exotics. Pretty sure everyone can agree on that. I don't know. Maybe. What do you think the drop rate should be? Personally, I feel like maybe every 3 or 4 runs. I'd also like to mention I feel that when they reward your materials, the amount should be increased. You're doing a higher difficulty mission, so the reward should be equal for the difficulty. Getting a single enhancement core is super frustrating.
I agree.
I love maxing out my builds for a looter shooter, and the loot ain't there, or ain't here when I need it. Been 34 runs and still haven't gotten a better Osmancy roll or Phoenix roll. Love you.
Can I just say I love the fact we can farm, especially the new exotics in the lost sectors, because I love lost sectors. And once you get it down how everything works, you can run them pretty quick. But I have to agree, when you don't get the armor and you get one enhancement shard or enhancement core, I'm like, really? This is it for doing all this, what I just did? One enhancement core and some glimmer. Yeah, I agree. They should get, I don't know, throw out a golf ball or throw out okay, golf ball's much. All right. I know you're a grandmaster enthusiast. All right. Let's just say, I don't know. How about 10 enhancement cores? Not one. That's like what am I even doing here? But,
how many enhancement cores do you have, man?
You can never have enough because it's hard to farm them.
It's
hard to farm them. I have, and, so.
How many? Well, how many was that again?
I have
1,100?
What's it go to? 999? I have a couple stacks. All right. Because you need them for everything. God damn you.
No, you don't. Dude, I've been sitting on 500 for I don't know how long.
I'm always burning through them. I'm adding them because I do a lot of gunsmith bounties. They give me 4 per day per character, so 12 per day per account. So, as far as the runs, yeah, I think on your 5th run you should get something. 3 to 4 runs is a little low because once you get good at running these master and legend lost sectors, you're pretty efficient getting through them, and just muscle memory, you're going to get through it even faster in the subsequent runs. Once you know that champion's going to come from that corner over there and you just take them down. I would say on your 5th run, you should get something. And usually I do get something around the 5th to 8th run. I think on average. I think it's like 5 to 6 runs on the master and like 5 to 10 on the legendary. At least that's my experience. What do you think?
I don't know. It's part of me thinks that, it should be like, it's fine. And it just needs to be possibly like a little higher, just a little. Cause I think I did like 11 runs to get the last exotic, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it took 11 runs and I was like, ugh. But that's the thing though, is that, you just never know when it's going to happen.
Well, let's separate it here. He's actually got the exotic and he's just trying to get a better roll for Ozymancies. Well, keep in mind, once you unlock, it has like a knockout system. Once you unlock those Ozymancies, then you're all of a sudden your pool widens because you can get any kind of exotic gauntlets,
Yeah.
So you gotta keep that in mind too.
I don't like that part, honestly.
I don't like that either, but you can't focus your farming, but just keep that in mind. Once you unlock the initial, knockout system, you get your Ozymancies that you didn't have. Getting them again is probably a little tougher, just the way the system is.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
You could get good rolls on something else.
You.
Yeah. The more you run, the tougher it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Hades, you had some questions this week, brother.
Yeah, he was working out some frustration, I think.
I think he was. Wow.
There we go. Do you want me to go one more? I was going to go with Danger's question down there.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Okay, so this will be the last one from the questions.
Then
here.
we'll finish up with one from Spider.
Speak play. Yep. So, HR department, Danger. Question for the show. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the season. When that happens, do you find yourself still looking at weapon and armor drops and seeing if you can use them? Or do you just quickly dismantle them because you already have your armor and weapons setups that you have been using the whole time?
Danger? I'm always looking for better stuff. Always looking for better stuff. In fact, Zur was selling some chest piece for a Titan. It had a 26 resilience and a 26 strength this week. My butt's going to get that.
Yeah, that was a funky roll, but yeah.
I love rolls like that. That's almost a 3-tier in each of those areas, which you need with a Titan. So,
well, maybe not.
Well,
melee, but strength.
Yeah. So, what's your answer? I'm always looking for stuff, man. I never just auto dismantle. I always look deep at the stats and see how it fits with stuff I already have.
What I do is I will go ahead and I look at everything, but I'm not really planning on keeping any of it. I just want to make sure that I'm not getting rid of something crazy. I mean, it has to be above 63, maybe even 64 plus.
Oh yeah, definitely. It depends on the disbursement of the perks. That's really what I look at. I don't look at the bottom number as much anymore. I look and see what perks I'm wanting to get, or maybe I need something. Maybe I need a 26 strength type piece of chest piece for my Titan. I don't have anything strong in strength. If I want to make a strength build, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot. You got to really look into it. It takes time. But I don't ever auto dismantle stuff if it's got a good roll on it.
Yeah, my dumbass has gotten to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete it if it's because I found that I was keeping 57 armor because it was just it was spiky, and I'm like, well, that's not doing me a damn bit of good.
Yeah, 57. You're splitting hairs, but yeah. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Let's finish up with a question for the show. This is a speak pipe from Spider87.
Spider87 here. I have a question for the show. I was just wondering if you guys had a favorite moment from your first raid. For some context, I had just started playing, and about a month into it, I was invited to join a 12-man raid back when that was going on. So we were in the last wish and at Riven at the end, and with 12 men we should have easily one-phased it. And so we line up and we wiped about 5 times in a row. I didn't know what I was doing, and I had the solar class equipped, and so everybody's like, well, what is going on? And finally somebody realized that somebody was throwing a swarm grenade and popping Ribbon's eyes, and it was me. I was the one that was doing that. So I caused us to wipe at least 5, 6 times in a row before we realized what was going on. Anyway, I'd like to hear you guys' story. Thanks for the show.
You got me all choked up. Good story.
Bravo.
Good story,
that was amazing.
I like it. Thanks for your speak pipe, brother.
Yes, thank you.
Woo.
That was amazing.
Oh, gosh, I got to go back to the archives here. You got one? I'm trying to think here. Thank God we post-edit because then we can take our time and think about this.
Yeah, really. It was just my first raid.
Oh, geez.
Man, I know what my first raid was.
Is it maybe the first memorable raid, or does it have to be our first raid? My first raid was Vault of Glass, but it was nothing really. It was just struggle. And awe, because it was the first raid ever in Destiny. But as far as a memory from it, all I remember from my first raid was when you open up when finally the portal opens up at the very beginning. It's back when people could actually, when they were on Venus, I can come by and help you clear the ads out, which was kind of cool. I do remember that part. It was really cool. How I would actually, when I would even fly in there just doing patrols, I would jump over there and help people, and I get a little wave back. I'm like, yeah, have fun, guys. That was always cool. But on my first one, I remember jumping down on the big platforms that are full of moss and stuff, and looking out over all the wide area underneath in the crypt and stuff. And man, my jaw was on the ground. I just couldn't believe Destiny could create something so beautiful. And, God, it was, that's definitely a memory from my first raid. And I remember it took forever to even get in a raid because people back then didn't have 100.ios and stuff. You couldn't save your spot. I remember my first clan I was in, it was like a dad's clan, and they would say, okay, who's in for tonight? And everyone would just chime in, in the forum. This is back when they had forums. And, I'd show up 5 minutes early and they're already in the raid. I'm like, wait a minute. What the hell? I told you I'd be here. Oh, sorry. So-and-so jumped in and we just jumped in and got it done. I'm like, son of a bitch. So it took me 2 or 3 weeks to finally get a group to go in. Early days. Good memories though, man. Good memories. What do you got?
So it wasn't exactly like my first one. It was, I don't know exactly when it was, but it was, what made it memorable was the fact that my first raid was Crota. And the part of it that was memorable was it was either my first or second. I think it was probably my second run, maybe my third. Mm-hmm. But Crota's big ass came into the room and scared the living shit out of me.
Oh, yes. It's a good day.
And I mean, and I was still learning about it. I was still trying to figure out like, hey, okay, what do I do? Where do I go? Things like this. And to see his big ass come in and just fucking just kapow me.
Stomp you.
I was like, what's going on? I mean, for real, I felt traumatized. I was like, wow.
He wasn't supposed to come in. He was just, sometimes he would glitch in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was scared.
I'm like, because I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. So I thought that that was a mechanic for like everything.
Yeah.
I was really glad to find out that it really never happened too often.
Mm-hmm.
But in all my Crotas, 100 of them, it happened like 4 times.
Crota never scared me as a boss.
Oh man,
he was the son of orcs.
Yeah. I was the guy like hitting him with the sword and stuff. So yeah, he scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I guess so. I could see that because especially when your first time doing sword, you're nervous as hell. Your controller's all sweaty. You're like, please, let me do this
vomit
right.
on your sweater.
Yeah, please do this right. I don't want to embarrass the guys behind me trying to do DPS on them. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a thing.
Man. I would just love to have that feeling again. I know it'll never happen again, but that feeling of a brand new Destiny game. When you're looking around going, my God, this is nuts, man. It's just the coolest feeling. It's definitely one of my top 10 emotional feely times in my life when I first went into play Destiny. That's why I'm still doing it today, man. Still gets me in the feels every time I look around. I just wish they'd bring Venus back. That's all. Anyway, I don't hold a grudge. I'm fine. All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you very much for your questions tonight. We don't want to have a 4-hour show, so we'll save some of those for next week. We have some guests coming next week, and I'll announce that next week in our announcement channel in our Discord. But for now, that's going to be it. So if we didn't get to your question tonight, we'll try to do better next week.
Yo, what up? Native Raider here, and you're listening to Guardian Downcast. Let's get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just a little housekeeping and a few announcements here and there we need to get out of the way here. And then Uncle Scumdeath will be chiming in a little bit here. Hazel, let me throw it to you, man. Any announcements, anything you want to mention for this week?
With my mom moving out, I have some free time, so I'm going to be throwing out some stuff, getting back in the swing of things, not getting tired about 1:47 in the morning, and going from there.
All right, very cool. Look for that.
So yeah, be on the lookout. And I'll be setting up scrims, damn it, monkey. Okay. So you can stop harassing me.
He does that.
Yes.
All
he
right.
did not appreciate being responsible.
It's been a while since we've done scrims. I mean, I know Monkey's been throwing a few too, which I love. I love seeing that. But yeah, we need to have an official scrim. We're due.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Monkey's official. I mean, I'm
sure. Absolutely. Well, I mean, he has that database, right? Where you can pair everyone up perfectly. Better than Bungie, I think.
Yeah.
I think he was talking about that today in the Discord.
Yeah, he probably was.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to remind everyone, we have our question of the month for January. And the question was, what keeps you from joining up and playing in a group? And also, what ideas might you have that may help others join up and play in a group? We'll need your answers by Tuesday, January 31st. In our first episode of February, episode 185, Hazel and I will play the answers from our SpeakPipes and include answers from our Discord. You can send us a voicemail of your answer at speakpipe.com/GuardianDownCast, or you can enter your questions or your answers to the questions in our Question of the Month channel in our Discord. I'll have the links to the Discord and the SpeakPipe in our show description down below. And just know we'll be having another drawing for a $25 Amazon gift card But our SpeakPipe answers will be entered into 2 additional drawings for podcast merch, which you can get from designedbyhumans.com. Just search for Guardian Downcast when you hit the store, and you'll see all kinds of cool merch we have available for anyone who wants it. And I just want to mention this week, all of the merch that I would need to send out to people, all of it has all been sent out. So check your mailbox. Should be a white, padded envelope coming your way. So look for that, and hopefully, you'll like the merch that you got there.
Hey, Gatr.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of that, question of the month, do we have any new speak pipes for that?
Good point. We had one here from Danger Power. Let's play it real quick here. Danger Power 939. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey, guys. Danger Powers here. To answer the question of the month, I would say that the thing that kept me from joining groups was the fact that I had poor experiences in previous clans where you had certain individuals that strictly ran raids or dungeons, and you were kind of on their schedule, and you were expected just to be an ad clear. So that way you can just get from start to finish, and you're not wasting their time. Always made me feel uncomfortable, always felt like I was a burden. But I will say, and this kind of goes into the next question is, what would you recommend for people to get into looking for groups or joining a group? Is just honestly, just put yourself out there. You'll be pleasantly surprised to find that there are people out there that will help and that want to teach you and want to join up and just enjoy the game with you. And you still may find those people that just want to get you through it and you're just the bullet sponge, but hey, it doesn't hurt to try. Anyways, that's all I got. Have a good one.
Thank you, Danger Powers. Nice speak pipe, my dude. Good job.
Yeah.
Well, great question. I mean, great answer to the question. So we'll play another one next week, and then of course we'll play the remaining ones on our next our first episode of February. We'll be giving out some prizes and goodies. So hey, don't procrastinate. Speakpipe.com/Guardian Downcast. Hit the record button. You can discard it if you don't like the recording. You want to start over. It's that easy. It's just record, stop, write your name on there. Make sure you put your gamer tag on there so we know who we're talking to, and send. It's that easy. It's real simple, guys. Make sure you got good, put your phone up close to you if you're going to talk with your phone, so we can hear you. I can always turn the volume down, but I can't turn it up much. So, just a little tip. And like I said, we'll play one next week. And let's get into that drawing. Just want to remind everyone that we do have another podcast, Hazel and I. It's called Playing Favorites. We used to try to put it out bi-weekly, but life's gotten a little busy for us. But we do want to keep putting out episodes. And as Hazel would say, if you have a favorite, I bet there's a story behind it. Plus, the part I really love is Hazel and I end up with one of our favorite stories from the month or the week. Not Destiny related. It's where we talk about entertainment, gaming, social media, pop culture, realms, whatever we decide to pick for the week. And so yeah, keep an eye out for that. There's a lot of Playing Favorites podcasts out there if you're looking us up. But just remember, we have the giant storybook with stuff like blowing up out of it. You can't miss it. The artwork is fantastic. That was my daughter, Snail Entrails, who made that. So thank you again, Snail Entrails. Hey, just a quick thank you to all our Patreon members out there. You know who you are. Your giving back to our show and community has been really great. And Hazel and I, thank you. Because of our patrons, you can enjoy our podcast commercial free. And hopefully you're enjoying the bonus content we're releasing. And speaking of which, we'll have a new Patreon episode out next week. So stay tuned to that. We do the podcast for the love of the game and more importantly, for all of you that listen. So thank you. So if you think you've received any value from our podcast today and are interested in giving back to our community, just check out our Patreon. It's patreon.com/support Guardian Downcast. Link will be in the podcast description down below as well. We have all kinds of different tiers and little perks and things like special badges, gold badges in our Discord. And we also have a private chat channel in our Discord. No spider and feet pics, please. I want to shout out our Dungeon Champion patrons, Scoot, the Scarlet KM, Oh Hey Redneck, Technical, Toll the Bell, Sauced Waffle, Raphael 9199, and of course our OG Raid Boss patrons, Jealous and Frostbite, and now Average Destiny 2 player. Thank you, gentlemen, for giving back to our community. That's it. Hazel, that is a wrap. Another episode in our collection. For our listeners out there, we have 181 other episodes. I'm sorry. We have 182 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So take a look at those, especially if you're just finding out about us. We have a ton of back episodes. Well, I would say almost 4 years worth. So if you like what you hear, also do us a favor. Tell a friend about us that plays the game Destiny. Well, Hazel, where can people find you out on the interwebs, sir?
Quick and easy. Hazel NT, anywhere and everywhere.
Very good. Gotta love the branding. You can contact me via Twitter at Todd the Gatr. Remember, that's 2 Ds and Gatr. You can find me on Steam, PS5, and YouTube. My channel, by the way, is the same way, Todd the Gatr. And I create videos to help new players out there try to figure out all the little things in this game we love so much. I have a podcast called the Destiny Help Desk that does the same thing, but it's just an audio form of the video. So if you don't have time to watch videos on YouTube, you have an audio form you can listen to while you're at work or whatever. Also keep in mind that this show's episodes auto-post to my YouTube channel as well, the Guardian Downcast episodes. So if you want to see our episodes on YouTube, or you use YouTube and you want to just listen to the show, they're on my YouTube channel, Todd the Gatr. Just wanted to mention I have a brand new video coming out tomorrow, and also a brand new Destiny Help Desk podcast episode coming out tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. Other than that, Uncle Scumdeath, what is going on in the UK today, brother?
Hello, welcome to Scumdeath's Corner. This week I had a text message from my mobile phone contract provider saying, on the 1st of February, your contract ends. So if you don't sort of cancel the contract, we will keep charging you like 36 quid a month, whatever I pay. So it's like, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go SIM only because my phone is perfect working order. I've had it 2 years, nothing wrong with it. So I thought, well, I might as well keep the phone and go to SIM only. So I'm going to be saving £20 a month. So yesterday it changed over to SIM only. I thought, oh, fantastic, lovely. I'm paying a lot less now. And yeah, so everyone's happy. Got me decent phone. And then yesterday, actually, it was at band practice, was outside having a break, and I sort of turned around, and my phone fell out my pocket, landed face flat on the screen, on the concrete, shattered. I can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Oh
One day I'd had this new contract and that, so I'm just lucky I didn't take the actual, contract where you get a phone, because I would have smashed a brand new phone up. So now my screen is completely shattered. It's all sharp, and if I try and use it, it's going to cut my finger. I didn't have a screensaver on it, so what I've done for the time being is my old PS Vita. I've got some old screen protectors from my Vita. So I've cut one of them up and stuck it over the shattered glass, the sharp bit, so I could just temporarily use my phone. So now I'm going to have to sort of get some insurance and we'll try and get it fixed, get a new screen. It's not the end of the world, but it's just a pain in the ass. Sod's law. Change contract. 1 day later, smashed phone. I tell you what, life just keeps kicking you in the ass, doesn't it? Anyway, it's not a massive problem. I'm just going to have to pay for a repair now. I don't know how much that's going to be. 50, 100 quid? I'm not sure. But, hey ho, there you go. I don't know. Never mind. Right, I'm off to take the dogs out. Right, love you all. Take care. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Uncle Scumdeath. Hey, everyone. Continue to be safe out there, and more importantly, take care of one another. Life's too damn short.
The weight of the world was on your shoulders, and still you triumphed. Marvelous.
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Get toddled. That's
oh my God. Hey man, I'd love to pay 30 quid for a line. Wouldn't you? What's your bill? It's probably not $30. Is it a month?
Oh, 30 quid is not $30.
Well, you know what I mean though. 30 quid. Okay. It's 26.50 or something. I don't know. Their exchange rate's favorable.
I thought quid was higher.
Quid is dollars. It's just another term for dollars or pounds. Quid's the same thing.
It's actually $37.17 US.
Yeah, there we go.
So,
yeah, that's right. Math's hard. Yeah, I mean, God, man, my phone bill's much higher. I'd love to pay that
mine
for a
too.
phone.
Yeah, mine is, I think it's like 111.
Well, remember, I pay for a business line, personal, my wife's, my daughter's still on it. My son finally got his own plan, but my daughter's still on it. So I'm paying for four lines. So you imagine what my bill is.
And tell them, I mean, they make money, so they need to fucking get their own shit.
Yeah. It's funny you should say that. I've been trying to let my daughter's phone just kind of die where she has to go find a supplier and get another phone. And that's what my son did. But my daughter's like, my wife, we got a really good deal on a new iPhone 14 for like $5 a month. And it's like, all right, honey, you got I think she had my old 10 or something. It was still a good phone. She gave it to my daughter. I was like, no, that wasn't part of the plan. So,
well, at least, I mean, she's not paying for a new phone.
No, she had an iPhone 8. So now she has a 10. My wife has a 14. So, and she has more phone than I do. I got a 13. 13? Yeah, 13.
Well,
so,
yeah, that's the way, man.
You're right. I shouldn't be bitching about it. Anyway, I wish I was paying $30 a month for a phone. That would be nice. But
it's funny though. That story, you know what it reminded me of?
What's that?
When I paid off my car.
Yeah, I remember that. You wrecked it.
And my wife, she wrecked it like the next week. I didn't even get the title and stuff in the mail.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did she total it? I can't remember.
Yeah, she totaled it.
Jeez.
So
it's like once those airbags go off, man, it's just too expensive to replace them. That's 10 times. That's usually the reason why most cars get totaled, because they're not worth the repacking the airbags in them. It's crazy.
Yeah,
someone's making money in that field.
It was funny though. It was good times. We were laughing about it the other day.
It's all you can do, man. It's all you can do. Oh man, sorry to hear Uncle Scum Death. I hope it works out for you, brother.
Fun fact, I went to see the community manager over there at my mom's place, and she had a fucking bowl of Werthers.
Of course, man. They're good.
Fucking love you.
They're good, man.
So
it's like an old people drug. I'm not that I'm old. I'm just saying I've heard the old people love Werthers.